everyone, and welcome back to Mediak. And before we get started, this episode, more than any of them, heavy spoiler warning, because I know that all four of us don't have the ability to hold back at all. So this movie, more than anything, you want to go in blind. At least I think so. I really enjoyed the movie. I'm blocking Skylar's view, so I don't see his reaction. He seems to hate everything I like and like everything I hate recently. So I don't want to look at that. But I Yes, but stay tuned to after the review if you did watch the movie for just more media news and other stuff that we've been watching. I know last episode wasn't the most viewed one, but for the three people that actually did finish it, you guys probably, after finishing Weapons, super spoiler warning. I'm going to talk about spoilers right now before we actually go into it, because I just wanted to reference this at the beginning because of how perfectly entwined it was into one of our conversations last week towards the end of it. This is just for those three people. I like Wizards. We talked about Aragon and how fun smart magic was. This movie was fucking made for me. But halfway through it, I turned to G and I was like, I cannot fucking believe I just talked about this on the podcast. I'm so happy right now. Do you guys get what I'm talking about? Witches and wizards and shit. This was it. I was like, I want something that does this. And then 3 days later, I watched it and I was like, fuck, dude, what the shit? This is awesome. I'm really happy about that. So regardless of what you guys thought about that, I just wanted to put that out there that made me insanely fucking excited, that I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. And it made it so much better that I didn't know anything about it. I thought the movie was a true story. I thought it was a crime drama. 100% going into it. It might be. You're right. It might be. Very well might be.
You didn't say it?
Well, she did say that at the beginning, but...
I think they lied.
Yeah, she could be lying. I would go ahead and say she might be lying.
The fact that I didn't see it in text makes me think they lied.
Exactly, bro. All right, does someone want to give a recap of the movie Weapons? Oh, wait, real quick. Chandler, Skylar, Austin, Zach. Chandler is going to... What?
I say Chandler because he picked it.
Yep, go ahead, Chandler. Chandler requested we do this movie, so...
Okay, full responsibility, guys. You sure you want me doing this?
Yep. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. 5 sentences, too. Let me move my Discord page so it doesn't look like I'm looking off camera.
He wants to make it look like he's not cheating when he actually is.
He's Googling it. No, I have a little Word doc just in case this moment ChatGPT is on my side. No, just kidding.
Dude, that'd be so funny, actually.
So, I feel like this movie has an unconventional start compared to most. You jump right into it. They don't waste any time. The trailers... You pretty much kind of pick up where almost where the trailer is. So you get a narration. The kids are gone. A whole classroom of some elementary grade is gone aside from their teacher and one suspicious student. And you kind of follow the chaos that ensues. What happens within the police department as they're trying to unfold this mystery and how the parents are dealing with it. Because really nothing's going on, and it's people are trying to get back into the usual hang of things. Class picks up, and people try and move on, which doesn't really sit well with those that don't have a kid going to school anymore. So we follow the teacher because she's...
This is more than 5 sentences, Chandler, just saying.
Sorry?
We're the first person.
What'd you say, Austin? Yeah, we're just on the first person, and we're more than 5 sentences in.
Wait, was I given a limit?
Skylar gave you a limit, yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to be there's a lot that goes
on
here, and it's almost like an anthology. You kind of follow multiple different characters. Maybe that's probably the best way to handle this. You follow multiple characters, not just initially the teacher. You follow her, one of the fathers of the kids that get stolen, you don't quite know that they get stolen. They more so run away, and that you never find out. You don't find out initially, and it's a mystery to find out where they went and if they're still alive. You also follow the kid, Alex, the suspicious one in the classroom towards the end of the movie. We follow the principal. There's a principal in the film. He has a somewhat important role. You wouldn't think he does, but he's in there. Sorry, guys, give me a second.
Then my boy James.
So, bottom line.
Sorry, Chandler, that was really funny. Keep going.
Where the kid Alex lives, all right? His 2 parents aren't in the picture for some reason, which the principal finds issue with. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I found
he's
my
getting
way
there.
back to the principal, all right? So this lady steps
I
in
meant to
to
the
meet
end.
instead of Alex's parents. She plays the position of his aunt, which who knows if that's even real. Or no. His mom's
Probably isn't.
aunt.
Probably
So
isn't.
his
Definitely
great,
not real.
No.
something like that. But
Not a chance.
huh?
It's definitely not real.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely not real. No, definitely
Yeah, I
not
mean,
real
I'm sure
at
she's
all.
probably been around for centuries.
Dude,
with
that's
how
so
her stuff works.
awesome.
So
Oh, I love
essentially,
it.
she can control people, like almost brainwash them by taking some sort of possession, wrapping it around a twig after she wraps her blood with it or smears her blood over it, and by
Breaking.
cracking the wig with their object wrapped around it, she's able to control them and do whatever she wants.
No, just wrapping it
same-
around controls them, and then ringing a bell makes her do
Oh.
whatever she wants. Snapping it makes you kill the person that you wrap their object around it with. This was smart
Okay.
magic, Chandler. Come on, there's a system
Yeah,
to it.
right.
We talked
There-
about
there-
this last
yeah,
week.
there's-
Hey! It was the first time we saw it. The magic is still new to us.
I forgive. It's okay.
I need a rewatch.
I do. I want
need
to. Since leaving the
to
theater, I
find
just
it.
was like, "Fuck, dude! I really want to rewatch this movie again." And I really enjoyed it.
So to wrap this up, the summary. She brainwashes all the kids to like their house because she's somehow siphoning off of their life. I think it keeps her living
She
longer.
grew hair.
Yes. So
Yeah.
whenever Alex's parents weren't doing it and doing enough for her, like she kind of regained some youth to some degree, but it didn't last long. So then she went after the whole classroom of kids. Bottom line, it doesn't work out. She gets chased in a hilarious fashion and dies.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
And all the
Wait,
kids go,
how does she die?
Oh.
I feel like that's important.
Gets
Oh, am I
torn
loud?
apart.
Yeah.
That was loud for a second. Yeah, no, you're good. Torn
Zombies or something?
apart. Absolutely
The
ripped
kids got
apart.
their get back.
Yeah.
Like, that was the best part in my
It was-
opinion. It's
that-
like
It really was. And dude, the fact that it was so long made it so much better. Because like if they just kind of attacked her, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as her like sprinting throughout like several neighborhoods as they chase after her.
funny.
It
And
was
that's, like,
really
something
funny,
with the
yeah.
movie. It was way funnier than I was thinking it was.
Yes,
going
thank God. Because obviously it's not going to be scary because it's a fucking horror movie. No horror movies are scary. So like you got to lean into like
I
certain.
actually think the first hour of this one genuinely was a little creepy.
I'm a little spooked.
It was
to. Oh,
definitely
it was
tense.
scary.
Yeah.
I think it was scary at points, but like it just
Yeah.
balanced it because that's what
I don't know.
movies are supposed to do is have
Yeah.
elements of that.
That's definitely fair. I guess there's a bunch of like tension. I gotta stop like inflating the
A lot
fact
of them
that
were
I
predictable.
wasn't scared means yes, yeah, that. I especially
A
in
lot
the
of them were
night, like the dream sequences, I really didn't like in this movie. Me and G talked about those as like the biggest problems within the movie because like how did the witch have aspects in their dreams whenever they never had any connection to her? It made sense that James was seeing her afterwards because he went into the house, but the lady and Josh Brolin, they had nothing to do with the witch. So I really thought that those scenes were in the movie specifically for like scare factor. And I didn't enjoy that. And I'm also keep going back and forth on that opinion because I think I'm missing something. Because there was a very important scene in Josh Brolin's dream sequence where he looked
I was
up
gonna
into
ask
the
you
sky and there was a gun with 217 on it. And I was like, that means something. That means
Me
something.
too, man.
What does that mean? I have no idea.
I
Yeah,
was
that
so
was one
invested
of the-
after that.
Yeah.
That was one of the things I wrote down. I was like, did I miss something? What did the gun
I know.
mean?
It's
It-
a weapon. What are you talking about?
I know that, but
I know that,
but it
yeah.
can't be that simple. It can't be just his
Okay.
dream saying like your kid was weaponized at 217. Like I guess that is
It
what it
doesn't
means.
mean
I guess that
it's true in a
literally
movie.
just is what it means. But
Yeah,
I
I'm like,
also
that's
think that
weird.
217 has a deeper meaning to it because like there was such an incredible mythology to the witches like thing. Like that makes me believe that maybe that's like how people back then thought witch magic was done, and maybe 217 has a bigger meaning to the overall like mythology of this character. But I didn't like look into it because this movie's really smart, and I choose to believe that there's something in the movie that will tell me that 217 means something, and I just didn't figure it out. You know, like I didn't feel like this way since watching Hereditary last. It made me so excited. Like the entire time I was putting shit together, and even so much as Josh Brolin writing witch on the car at the beginning of the movie fucking blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, that made me upset because that's something that I could have read that and been like, oh, that's what the movie's about. But I didn't, because it was so well like hidden until about
That was
like
well played.
it was so well played until about like halfway through the movie, where they started to like sprinkle in the supernatural elements, and then you're like, okay, I kind of see where this is going, until you get it, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, so satisfying. I haven't been this satisfied in a movie in so long. Oh wow, that sounded really weird. I'm gonna.
Yeah, that was that was definitely a cut.
that was a pause moment there. That might be for the TikTok. I don't know.
One of the things that I liked the most was the different perspectives. I think it was so cool to see
Yeah.
the story like vaguely replayed in
Yes.
some parts, but it would like replay like 10 seconds of something we've already seen, and then it would branch out into something else, and then it might even reconnect or foreshadow something that happens with a different character that you see like in the next part or the part after.
Yeah.
Um,
And it was played in such a
really happy
perfect
with
order that you figured out the story like naturally, in the way that you didn't get too much information without times, and it didn't replay too much. Like specifically in the paint scene, like it didn't show Josh Brolin painting Witch on the car. It just showed the red paint. Like it didn't treat you like a baby. I really liked it. Great
I
point.
knew you would like that. I went through that moment and I was like, "Oh, Zach's gonna like that." They didn't pander to the audience.
Yeah.
I think the best ones though were Paul into James, like the cop into the
Yes.
druggie. Because like, okay, not that like I think they were like funny or that, but like it was like background and then one picks up here and then you like see the replay and then one foreshadows and then it's like it got to the next one and it would show you how you got there and then a little bit past it. Like
Yeah.
they told like a story, but like
It was like a
a
mini
little
movie.
differently, and then it ended up connecting and being like the main story
Yeah.
at the end. So I thought that was really cool.
It was awesome. It was like there were kind of two movies in the movie. Like there's like the teacher subplot that ended with Martin was the name of the principal. Marvin? Marcus, yeah. And then the other one was like Paul and James and their little story, and then it all just kind of like convenes at the end with Alex's, and like in another movie, I'd be like Alex's is too pandering, but no, it was perfect because the rest of the movie didn't pander at all. It lets you just like figure it out as it was going up until the very end for the people that didn't get all of the blink and you miss it bits, and then it's just like satisfying you putting it together. It basically was like, for those who paid attention, this is a satisfying way to like affirm what you thought was happening in the movie, and I fucking loved it. It was really one of my favorite movies this year so far.
So wait, I not to like undercut. I really like this movie. I just don't think it was as smart as I think you're hyping
Really?
it up to be. Like,
I
yeah,
also agree.
I think
thought
it was
really
like
smart.
pretty. Like, I thought the storytelling was really good and intricate, and they kind of handle those plot lines very well together and balance that.
Mhm.
But like, I don't think they really did as much foreshadowing, or maybe I didn't get it because like a lot of what they did felt like just kind of trying to misdirect you. Like a lot of
Yeah,
like
I got
things
a lot
Yeah.
of that
like
too.
the parasites, and like they like
Well,
mentioned that was like
I think the
TV.
parasite was just like the explanation of how she like stole powers from them, and not an aspect of like this is what you think it should be, like a bug or something. You know, I always, my idea was she like was a parasite into that family, and then was a parasite with how she like extracted what she wanted from these people.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's more of like a metaphor than it is just
Yeah.
like foreshadowing.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's what I liked about that. I was like, that's fun.
well, it could be, but I think like even 217 thing, like how much of it do we know is a legitimate
We
metaphor?
don't.
Because I looked up 217, and it's a quote from Genesis, and it's slightly ominous, but it's not like anything I'd say directly.
But
connects to
what
that.
if the Genesis isn't what he's referencing? What if it's something else?
Well, I didn't look up Genesis. I looked up 217 meaning.
Oh, I don't know. What if? But like, what if it doesn't? That can mean anything, Austin. Doesn't have to necessarily connect.
Okay, yeah,
to it.
I guess I'm not gonna.
And
argue
also,
that.
I'm not saying that the 217 isn't why I like the movie. I'm saying like because there's so much in like little bits in it that connected into it. It made me look into it more. And even if the 217 doesn't connect to anything, it made me think about it. You know, and I think that's a good thing.
No,
You should always be
and-
diving into not always be. I like diving into the details, and any movie that makes me do that is exciting to me.
No, and I
Okay.
was thinking the exact same thing. Like, good.
I have a question then. Did
I have an
this
answer.
movie answer a lot of like the questions you had, or do you think you have to go back and rewatch it to answer the questions that you have after your first watch?
No, I kind of nailed it. I really the only thing I really wanted to go back and rewatch for was the gun scene, because I feel like I definitely missed something with that.
I don't. I mean, does anyone think that has any other meaning?
I don't think it does.
Okay, then I think I got it then.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. That's not like a consensus. That's
Yeah, we
the
weren't.
right
No,
answer
I
type
wasn't
of
saying
thing. I
you.
just like I can't possibly like.
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
someone
know.
got it. I
It-
didn't.
That's probably just what it means. And then then in the entirety of the dream sequences, I would like to be removed from the movie. I was not a fan of this. Leaving the movie, I was like, if you shaved off like 10 minutes of this, I would like it so much more. And I think it's just the dream sequences of both of the main protagonists. Just remove them entirely from the movie.
I have a
Did the
slight
dream
feeling.
provide any help at all? Like, did
Wait.
anyone talk to anyone else about their dreams?
No, they never.
I don't remember.
No, they just
It
was
was
that
never
funny
brought up.
moment with Josh Brolin where he woke up and said, "What the fuck?" And then everyone in my
Yeah.
theater laughed.
Well,
Mine too, actually.
Yeah.
yeah, same here. There's a lot of laughing in this one.
I was too scared to laugh.
Sorry, Chan.
It's understandable. Lily was too.
Yeah, fair.
I think the entirety of the gun 217 thing might just be house number, and then how you get how you stop them. Because I mean, like at the end of the movie, she did use a gun to
Well,
kill the cop.
yeah, but I was thinking mainly like the reason of the movie weapons is because her power can weaponize people, and like I just assumed like immediately whenever I got that they were like everyone got up and left the house at 217, so that means these kids were weaponized at 217. That's just kind of what I assumed that like dream thing was. But yeah, I guess it could be that too. Like she used the gun to kill the guy.
Maybe I think I would like it less if it was they were weaponized at 217, because I was already told that like 8 times.
Oh yeah, that's
So
true.
I think I would like it less if that was actually what it was. But
But his
I'm
dream
gonna
is like
choose
use a
dream
gun
that
to kill the human.
I'm either going to assume it was just like that guy has guns, and
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
217 was like something else. Yeah.
Regardless,
think I
that's
would like
just the worst scene in the movie, easily. I think.
It's that
it.
I
Maybe.
don't think I mind the dream sequences. My
do you
issue
mean?
is that they're not explained. They don't make
Yeah.
sense. And it's not because the dream sequences are inherently bad. It's just like they should have written in a way for her to be influencing the people
Yeah.
of the town.
It also felt like every scene
So
in the
that's
movie
about
was
it.
so like imperative to the rest of the movie, and those were the only scenes that like if you fully remove them, it probably wouldn't impact anything at all. Like the only thing in the dream sequence was Josh Brolin saying that he never said "I love you" to the kid, but like I don't feel like that necessarily even connected back into the story in general, because we kind of got a good grasp of like the family.
And if it was like that too, I feel like we should have seen more.
Yeah,
we should have
that
like
too.
if it was like about like just wanting to like find the kids and like obsessing over the case and like obsessing over what happened. I feel like everybody in the town should have had one.
Totally. Yeah. No, I definitely get that. I that's actually a very good point. And especially like the other parents, like Justin Long and his wife, they should have been having those kind of dreams too, or at least like mentioned it at some point. For those who don't know, Justin Long is the guy that Josh Brolin went to whenever the wife said no to looking at the footage. Also, can we just talk about how terrible and grubby every person in this movie is? And I actually really like that. I love how like not a single person.
No, I think
Josh Brolin's hot as hell.
Yeah, but he's a grubby dickhead. Like that's just his. He never told his kid he loves him.
Ew.
He's just a grubby
Oh,
little
I don't
dickhead.
wanna use that. That was herb reasoning.
No, I don't mean ugly. I meant like nasty, like guy. He's just like a normal guy. He's not like a perfect person like every other movie shows, you know. And also, the movie doesn't end happily. I love that about
the teacher
that.
was a grubby person.
Dude, she was a drinker, and she also like enticed this guy. Actually, wait, he said that they were on a break. Never mind. She definitely was like the least grubby out of all of them.
Being a drinker, I don't think makes you a grubby person.
She was.
I don't know if they were on a break though, because
They
weren't.
No,
He
they
said.
weren't. They weren't. But
They
she
weren't.
didn't
He
know
lied.
that. She didn't know that. So that doesn't make her grubby in that instance. That makes him
Plus,
grubby. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pop's,
he's
Pop's a big dickhead. He's massive grub on that guy.
I would
That
argue
right
that
hook
he-
though. That was great.
Fucking wild, dude. Austin, isn't that funny? After the conversation we had tonight, yeah. I just wanted. I didn't want to say anything because I thought that was gonna be. That's a ref. You guys aren't gonna get that reference. We had an interesting conversation the night that I saw weapons, but that relates to it in an interesting
Like
way.
Zach really must have a tough perspective on cops after that movie. Then what has been
No, I don't.
my irreparable damage.
We don't have to worry about me. We should probably worry about G. No, I'm kidding. We can go on to the next topic. We can move off of Paul.
On that though, with the cop, I was kind of meaning to ask. I was curious how we think the timelines, or you guys think the timelines line up, because like whenever the teacher got like assaulted and had like the liquor thrown on her, what was that specifically in response to? Was it just her sleeping with him and getting him to drink, or
I
was
thought
it
so.
because he was gone at that point?
I thought it was because of the sleeping with. I thought it was like
Yeah,
like
I
she.
thought it was like he
I
got
thought he
back.
might have like got hurt or something based on how
Oh,
drastic
no.
her response was, and then he
I
did.
think-
So I didn't know if that overlapped.
Do you remember
Fair
whenever he
thought.
got like back to the house and she's like, "What'd you do?" I
Mhm.
took
Oh, yeah,
it. She literally
Uh-huh.
went from there, found
Yeah.
her because her card does say witch on it still, and then
Pulled it
just
out
went
of my
Yeah,
brain,
no,
Skylar.
I got that.
It's so
I
awesome.
didn't know if that would have. I totally got that. I just didn't know if this was like a day later and
Right.
the
I
guy
think
had
it's,
like
like,
gone
literally
already.
within hours.
Yeah, I'm assuming that scene with Alden Ehrenreich and his Donna, like right after that ended, Donna left and attacked the Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Oh. nice.
Well, it's easier to say that. Okay, wait. We
I
know
don't
their
know like
names.
any of the names in this. It's
No,
like
it's
Homeless
Justine.
Man, Cop,
Justine.
Josh Brolin, and Silver Surfer.
The only one I don't know definitively is Josh Brolin right now. We got Marcus, we got Alex, we got James, we got Paul, we got Justine. What's Josh Brolin? Someone help me.
It's Josh Brolin.
All right, goddamn it.
I
Okay.
forget his name.
Thanos.
I know
We're
it.
not even saying it right.
Speaking of Thanos, fun fact about this movie: back in 2023 was whenever they initially started to film this movie, and Pedro Pascal was supposed to be Josh Brolin's character, but due to the actor strike, there was some like issues with filming, and he pulled out very last minute. And the director of this movie, there was a quote, I don't have the exact one, but it was something along the lines of, "I have no ill will towards Pedro Pascal, but that threw us into turmoil because I casted my movie around him and I had to recast everyone." And I was like, that's not a good look based off of how he's looking in the press right now. But hey, whatever, it's okay.
I think I like the casting choices they ended
It
up
was
going
awesome.
with.
Me too. Yeah.
I think Pedro Pascal would have felt a little out of place.
Yeah.
I feel like that guy really fit like the character
Totally.
more. Not that Pedro
He's
Pascal
grubby. You know,
Not like
Pedro
that,
Pascal
but
isn't
he kinda,
grubby.
like,
What
he
are you
kinda
talking
looks
about?
like
I remember the Josh Brolin.
Angry dad aura.
Dude, I think I would have had the same reaction as Mr. Fantastic. Like, I would have been like, oh, he's too cute. He can't be this guy, you know? Like, Josh Brolin was supposed to come
That's-
off as like the rude, overprotective father, and I just don't feel like Pedro Pascal could do that as well as. I know he's laughing. He's laughing because The
I
Last of Us.
disagree.
He's
What?
laughing. Yeah, whatever. I just don't think. I think
Pedro
Josh
Pascal
Brolin.
is an actor.
Josh Brolin. I feel like Josh Brolin would have done a better job in this role than Pedro Pascal would have.
On the team, man, you're like, he can't be the
I know.
overprotective.
He can't do the Last of Us
Lone
character.
Ranger
I
father
know.
did in the Mandalorian and the
Oh,
last.
Well, the Mandalorian's different. You don't see him in the Mandalorian. He could be as cute as he wants under that mask, and it doesn't mean anything. But
I agree.
I just
But-
feel like
but Last of Us is a
Oh,
good point. I still think he's pretty cute for Last of Us, but he does fit that role pretty well.
I just think that this person looks more like I don't want to say like fit for the role, but whenever like if you were to just read me what this guy does, I think I would picture this person
Yeah.
over Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal probably would. I
He'd
don't
probably
know,
act
like,
his dick
his-
off, but
yeah,
like,
he would. Yeah, it would probably not affect my opinion on the movie whatsoever. But I do like seeing some different faces in different roles than seeing Silver Surfer and Mr. Fantastic in this movie.
valid.
But I do think Pedro Pascal still would have done like
Yeah,
a ridiculously good job.
I mean, he's just a great actor. He's a really fantastic actor, so it makes sense that like he would have been picked for this role. But I am happy that they ended up going with this and these people because I like even Alden Ehrenreich did. I butcher his name every single time I say it, but like he did pretty good. Like in the cop role, yeah. Even James, I don't know who played James, but he was really funny in it for doing whatever he needed to do to get to the end of the movie.
I mean, obviously, I think the worst ones were the kid actors, but I mean that's to
Yeah.
be expected. They
I felt
don't
bad
really
for
do
Alex
this as much.
because like,
Yeah.
well, one, his story is really sad, but two, like there was so much weight on him because he was the crux of the movie, so he needed to be a good actor, and like
I don't think he did that bad.
he
It
didn't do
wasn't
that. He didn't do
terrible.
that bad, yeah. But like he obviously wasn't doing
He
as
did
good
that.
as like a seasoned person, you know. Like he did as good as a kid could have done.
Yeah,
But it was the
That's
the
kinda
end
what
of
I
the
was getting
movie
at.
after watching a bunch of people like act their best performances of their life, and then you just see Alex. And like again, he did fantastic for a kid. I hope he does amazing things in the future. That's it.
I'm just like imagining like Captain America, the First Avenger style, just like CGIing his head on that, and then going.
That's how you do it. That's the
or
future.
like when George Lopez was a kid. His
Oh yes, yes. Oh my God, yes. They should have done that. They should have done that.
Like,
That would
oh,
have been so
God.
funny though. I don't think I would have been able to see this as a horror movie.
Yeah,
if they
that's
did
Well,
that.
like it's already funny. Commit to the bit.
Yeah,
Like
already
they had him
comedy
eat
at
in
this
soup
point.
for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh crap! I was gonna say something. Oh, one other complaint I had. Who was the girl? Who was the narrator girl? Like what? Who?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. Was she like a member of the kindergarten class? No, because she said they went missing. She didn't say we went missing or something like that.
I don't know. I'm assuming like us, they're like a third observer, third party.
Maybe. I'm a number one. I'm the number one hater of narration. So it needs to have something like to convince me into it to enjoy it, and I wasn't necessarily
hate it.
fully convinced into it. Yeah, you didn't hate it?
I think it was fine.
It
No,
was-
it was fine. It kind of it filled in parts where I think if they didn't have it, it would have felt like the movie was half done. I think it did pretty well at filling in, but not overtaking.
Okay.
What I think could have been okay is at
That's
the very end when there was like the last bit of narration as like before the credits, whenever Thanos was walking away with his kid. At first, I thought it was the kid narrating, but they weren't. It wasn't that. I think it would have been okay if it was that person, that kid.
That would have been cool.
I enjoyed
like
the
it.
information we got from the narration. I just wish it was like given off in a more diegetic way, or at least like
If you
like-
were shown who the narrator was.
yeah, or like told who it was, or like shown why they're talking or
fair.
who they're talking to, or maybe even like have that information portrayed from like people just talking in another scene or something like that. I don't know.
I think it would have been cool for it to be the teacher.
That would have been
Like
nice.
show her first and then have her just narrate. I think
Well,
that would be cool.
I feel like that would have cemented her too much as the main character, and like
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
didn't
that's probably
really
good
have
point.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I-
would have.
But
Or maybe switch the narration each time.
I
That'd be-
think
yeah,
Have each different person narrate their own part.
so.
Sounded cool.
So Zach, I don't remember his full name. It's like a G something. He's the writer and director of this movie. It's spelled differently, so it's not the same person. But he said that he started this movie with the idea of a little girl telling a ghost story, and I think maybe he just stuck to that too hard and like tried not to switch that at all. And I just wish it was like a little bit more diegetic. That was one of the other problems I had with this movie. But still had a
I
great time.
don't think I would consider it a problem, but I
Well,
don't think I would add a plus for it either.
I-
You know,
Like
Like, it's kind of
it's
like
hard
the-
for me to say that. Like it is a nitpick. It objectively is because she has like 4 lines in the entire movie, like 2 at the beginning, 2 at the end. So like it objectively is a nitpick. But like if I were to pick things in this movie I didn't like, that's one of them.
Got it.
Yeah.
and that's
I don't-
fair. I think you can not like the
Yeah.
narration. Again, like I'm not over here
Right.
like it was my favorite part.
Yeah,
but
like
I'm
how
over
dare
here,
you
like,
hate it,
ruined it.
dumbass.
Yeah, like I mean,
It
think
by
it
no
could've been
means
cool.
ruined the movie for me, as you
it-
guys
it
can
could've been
tell.
cool. It could have been cool if they like showed who it was. Maybe it was like one of the kids who went missing that
Yeah.
became conscious again at the end, and they showed her like talking at the end. That could
Yeah.
have been a really cool way to show the narration.
Or if it was
But-
like Alex, I would have been okay with that.
No, I
Really?
because I think it would be the same thing as I
Th-
said.
yeah, it
with
would be two
the
main
scene, it would
characters.
cement it too much as yeah.
Yeah.
too much of a hint.
No.
But like, I feel like this is just this. I'm just surprised to hear your opinion, Zach, because I feel like one of my positives was this movie didn't take itself too seriously.
No, I love that about it. Why did
And I
you
think
think I didn't like that?
Well, because you're
Yeah.
you're saying like how like intelligent it was and how
Yeah.
like it didn't like pander to the audience, but like I feel like it did. Like most of the movie was pandering to the audience because it's a horror movie with
Yeah.
meaningless scare scenes, and
Yeah.
it was a comedy with in-world context not making sense for the comedy, but for the
I disagree with
odd-
that. I felt like most of it was like pretty realistic. Like most of the stuff that happened in this movie, I could see like people doing. except for the
I
witch
feel
shit.
like the end. Yeah, I was gonna say except
Obviously
for
not
that,
the
like,
witch
the
shit.
end of it,
But
that
the
I think
homeless
is
dude, like him waking up from the nap, like everything in this movie was like dual horror comedy,
Yeah,
and like it
that's
was,
fine.
and I like that. It's not a criticism. I'm just saying, like, I think the beginning was just like, oh, it'd be cool if like a little girl is telling this ghost story thing, and
Yeah.
like that's what it was.
Well, I
And
know
it's like,
that, but
oh,
like, if you know me, you know I don't like narration, like to begin with. Regardless of how much like the rest of the story is good, it's still going to be something that you need to convince me into, and I just don't think the movie did that for me.
yeah, no, I think it was more not the issue with the narration, but like the rest of the movie, I feel like kind of followed that same trend. But like, I don't think that's a bad
I
thing.
don't know about that.
Chan. What side are you on? Austin or Zach?
We're harping too much on this
Talk
fucking
about it,
narration
yeah.
bit.
It's not about narration. I like narration too. I was just saying. I thought
I would just say I didn't think the narration was too bad. What if they somehow made it Alex narrating it at the very end? Like, what if they revealed it was him that was like
I
like
think
that?
what,
I don't know if I would have minded that.
I thought
Well-
that at first too, but Austin brought up a good point that it would be too much of a hint, like hearing his voice at the beginning and knowing what the rest of the movie is going to
Right, I
showcase.
agree.
Yeah,
But like, what if it was still like undistinguishable until the very? If there was a way they could have done it,
Dude.
because I agree. Yeah, if it's his voice in the beginning, you
Yeah.
know, he knows a little too much.
People are
Or-
gonna nail that so easily. Like me and G were just watching a movie. It was an animated movie, and I was like, "Oh, there's some famous people in this. You'll probably know them." And like within one like word of what they said, she was like, "Oh, that's that guy. Oh, that's that guy. Oh, this guy." And I was like, "Oh, okay, crazy." People like her, the hint would not even be a hint. It would just be like, "This is what the movie's about."
same with deaf people.
Oh,
Or
what?
what if
Yeah, it would say name.
Oh
and then
yeah!
talk.
Oh my god! You're so
Unless
right.
it did like question mark,
I am,
question
I'm-
mark, question
Yeah.
mark,
I'm
question
not
mark.
evil. I'm
I
right.
guess it could do question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah.
Yeah, like an undiscovered character.
Or just
yeah.
say narrator. Yeah, Chan, you're right.
I think there's
what
a
if it was like an older voice, and Alex
Ooh.
aged at the end of the movie, and that's when you get in the narration.
Awesome.
I
What,
feel like they should do a
I,
different character at that point.
Awesome. What,
We're
what
gonna
were
do that
you
if
thinking?
I
That was
was to get
different than
like
what
a
Chandler.
girl
I'm honestly relatively convinced into what Chandler was. Relatively. I need to hear what Austin was thinking. What were you thinking about that?
I was thinking it could be the witch, and she could either be. It could one of two things. One is a complete joke. One is actually that could have been cool. Kind of an alternate ending though. One, it ends like a freaking Goosebumps movie where it turns out she was just like got away and hid or something, and she was pretending like in a kid
Yeah.
voice, being like, "Oh, I've been narrating," and then jumps at the
She's like
audience.
behind a tree, and then is just like.
Exactly. Two would be that she actually aged down and was one of the children talking about it because she got the power from all of them.
Well,
But
the child was objectively someone in the future because she talked about all these people like years down the road. So like maybe it's like Alex's daughter or something. No, because she
I
said
think it
Alex,
would've
not
been-
dad.
I think it would have been cool. Do you know how I forget the second guy. I forget his
Yeah,
name.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
Thanos.
he went up to that one family to see their film. I think it would have
Yeah.
been cool if it was that girl from that family.
That would have been nice too because it would have connected it back a little bit. But
yeah, every
Yeah.
character would have been seen.
but she
but-
said they instead of we or I whenever talking about
Yeah.
people getting kidnapped. So that's
I
the
don't
only
think
thing
it
that
could have been one of the kids that got kidnapped because, like,
sadly not.
they're like you mentioned, like it's the stakes of the movie. Like, kids are pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, they're if
Everyone's
they're not
fucked
the ones
up.
eating, they're not still eating soup. Thankfully, some of them are talking, but like, I feel like you can't narrate after you've been through
That.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did say some of them were able to talk like years. Like
Yeah, I mean that
this
doesn't
year.
mean they weren't able to move around and eat too. So they probably were just mute. Hopefully, well, not hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know what to hope in that situation. I hope they get
I feel like
better.
we've been on the
They-
narration
they-
for an obscenely long
Dude,
time.
we've literally been talking about it for like 10 minutes. This is ridiculous.
We want to move on.
Chandler, say
narration.
something.
narration
That
now.
soup freaked me out more than the movie. I have
What?
to say, knowing it was cold, the soup was cold and not
Oh,
heated.
ugh.
That freaked me
Yeah.
out.
And he had the can opener kind of like on himself. any
Yeah, he was
moment
gonna
because
cut
it's like-
himself, bro.
Himself. Do
and he
we
spilled
think?
the soup.
Do we think that they're conscious? Like, as in,
Yeah.
like
They
they're in a coma. They
Well,
did answer it.
Yeah,
When did
the
they direct
ants.
the answer?
like the parents did.
ants.
The parents be like, "Hi, honey, how are you?"
No, that's
they
fake.
talk.
That's fake. That's fake.
I don't know.
That's the
I don't
parasite
know,
talking. That's the witch making them talk.
I think it could go both ways in my mind. I want to ask you guys.
Well,
Did you
watching
ever say that
the
it was the witch?
yeah, it totally was. That's what the parasite video that Marcus was watching. Like it basically was talking about what
I don't. It's a metaphor though. That's the
I
thing.
think
Like
the
you
witch
think it
was
is
in their head, and she already did the little bell ringing thing. She can control them. I just assumed that was it. My
I thought they can
interpretation
only
of
control their physical actions.
my
I don't even know.
interpretation is that it's the witch controlling them.
I think so too, to a degree, but I don't think that necessarily rules out them being conscious too. Like if
Yeah,
think about like comatose, I was thinking that's why they're insane is because that seeing like think about being the kids, seeing yourself eat a woman alive and rip her head off, it would probably make you a little bit messed up. If
maybe
you're
it's
just
like
time
to an
skipping, it's
extent.
not messed up.
Maybe it's like you're you for a certain period of time or under a certain magic because the kids ended up like recovering, but and Josh Brolin recovered, but the parents didn't. They said that they were permanently
Well,
messed
I'd
up.
argue they had it the absolute
Yes,
worst.
100%.
Not
Yeah,
like I mean, part they had to see everything go down, and then at the table they literally saw the other one with the fork
yeah,
kind of get themselves. Know their kid had to do everything.
yeah.
Know that they invited like her in.
Well,
So
I'm fucking. I'm
feel
I'm
like it
guessing
makes
the magic fucked up their brain long before. Like I'm assuming they were like if they removed them even before the 1 month of the kids gone missing, they probably still would be dead just because of how long the witch had been there and sucking life force out of specifically only those two people. They never stood a
We talked
chance.
about how like they brought the dad into the police station, saw a dude with
Yeah,
stabbing
stab
marks
marks.
in his face
Well,
who was comatose, and the woman who looked like Ronald the fucking clown,
yeah,
Ronald
Ronald
McDonald,
McDonald. Yeah.
and they were like, things seem to be all right at
Well,
home.
she put makeup on it, but it didn't cover shit, dude.
Yeah.
That-
Maybe they thought it was just acne scars. Like I don't
maybe,
know.
yeah. Well, that's actually pretty popular.
that's
But
actually a good point.
yeah, walking around work, you'd be shocked. There's actually a lot of people that have that kind of thing. So I guess that
I
might
think
be
they
believable.
picked up on something.
I wish
Yeah.
they would have shown another case of either the people talking or her being there while they're talking.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
then I could definitively kind of make my own opinion on it. Because
Well-
right now I can't see either way. That either she's making them answer to kind of give the kid clarity, or they're genuinely talking
Right.
and answering.
I-
I wish I would have seen it one more time. I
That's
didn't see
fair.
any of the kids talk, but I also
Yeah, the kids
didn't
didn't talk.
see
Well, they
the.
can open their mouths to eat. Though.
Oh
That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was thinking about that because like.
But she could have
I
been making
feel
them do that too. That's the thing. She needs them to
But
be
all
healthy
the
too.
kids all at once, like
Well,
specifically
it's not all at
when
once.
he.
Did they all open at the same time?
No, it
No,
was
that's
one
why.
at a
That's
time.
why it doesn't make sense. It's one at a time. So how does she know that he's like, oh, there's the spoon coming in? It's
I
like,
mean,
Maybe
I guess
maybe
that's-
it's like a mix. Because like when those parasited animals get the parasites in them, they still do their like animal-y
Mm.
tasks, even though the parasite doesn't know that the animals are supposed to be doing those tasks. They're just parasited in them, so they probably still have like some like base bodily functions that are active. It's like when Ghetto grabbed what's his name's throat because he still had his like bodily functions even though he didn't have his brain in it from JJK. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Kajaku. Remember? You know what I'm talking about? There we go. That's a good reference.
It
Yeah.
is actually.
Yeah.
It is, but wouldn't that prove the point
I left field, bro.
that they were conscious?
Well, that doesn't
They were
necessarily
doing
mean that
things
they
with
have to
him.
be talking. It definitely opens it up a little bit more. I wouldn't say Ghetto is conscious. I would say like maybe his ears heard
Ghetto's
something that
dead.
Gojo said. Yeah, I know that. But his arm reacted to hearing something Gojo said. So I'm thinking it was just like when you electric shock a dead frog, you know?
Like instinctively?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was an instant.
Now we're getting into the JJK in where bodies have some sort of soul, like confirmed. So I don't know if that's the right thing to use
That's
for
fair.
animal parasites, but like
Well, I'm thinking,
that-
okay, then the frog and electricity thing is a better analogy. It's like they
but
still
that's the frog's dead. They
Yeah.
are not dead.
yeah, but
that's-
okay, then the real life parasite that they showed in the movie is a better example. They're still doing ant functions even though the parasite isn't ant exclusive. You know?
I think we're
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I feel like I don't know. I really don't know.
That's fair. That's my
I
interpretation
wish
of
I
the
would have
movie.
had like one or two more scenes to really tell my opinion.
That's
on
super
it.
valid. I disagree, but that is valid.
Well, I mean, again, that's both sides of the argument. I'm not sure
Exactly.
which side I'm on anymore. Like, because again, Parasite just like again,
We
it would make
convinced
sense if
Skylar out of his own
they
idea.
do their normal task.
I was like,
But
I
it
didn't
would
have
also make
size.
sense that it was just like feeding
Chandler,
like
chime
their
in here.
life force energy, and they could still do everything. It was just slowed down.
Chandler, you need
But I
to
feel like
you need
it
to
was-
start interrupting us. We do it all the time.
It wouldn't
Well, I
have
was
been
gonna
so
say, I
slow.
wasn't really thinking about if there was a parasite or if like they're completely brainwashed. I actually thought they had some soul left to them.
Okay,
'Cause
so Chandler's still in
I
that
didn't think
idea.
too deep like you guys did, so I probably I didn't do my due diligence.
No,
Well, I
that's
didn't think
completely
there's an
fine.
answer.
Yeah, there's not an answer. They left it ambiguous for a reason. They left enough information that you could join either side. I think that's fine. Magic's up in the air. They showed
Good
it.
point. If it was an instinctual thing, they would not be talking and moving as slow as they are. I
Well-
think they're draining their life force, and they're using every bit they have left to do exactly what they're trying to do.
That's a really good
Their
train
mouth
of thought.
moved so slow, and they talked so incredibly slow.
Well, I think it was the reason that made me think it was the witch doing it was because she kind of was like, no, look, they're still there, and then she like motioned towards them, and that made me think like Puppet Master making.
Well, they didn't go like,
Movements.
"Hey, how are you?" They went, "Hey,
Yeah, I know.
how are you?"
And
Which I
it-
feel like if it was a puppet, it still would talk.
I don't know
close.
because like it's a human. She's like trying to use magic to force someone who is like dead to make noises. I feel like it would be a tough, strenuous thing to do.
About like
My
blood
argument
thinning.
then would be, this is
Yeah.
clearly not her first time.
Yeah, dude, she's
Clearly
fucking.
not her first. She
She's
definitely knows how to do
ancient.
it.
Yeah, she's ancient, dude. Of course she knows how to do it. Like,
Yeah, so I don't think she would struggle with that.
no, I still think it's still kind of hard.
She got everything else to work perfectly, like their first time. I feel like
I
she
think
would
we
not
move
struggle
on.
with
As
it.
Yeah.
it's literally magic.
Yeah,
It
and it's
can
also we
never-
also don't fucking know. Like it's impossible for us to know, so we're just arguing against what we believe, and we're not going to be able to change what we believe because that's what we believe.
Exactly. So I have a scary question. If we are right for moving on. from
Hell
that.
yeah.
Why
No need to beat
did
a dead horse.
not? Why did she not also possess or do whatever you want to call it to Alex?
I think it was because he was actually doing like what she said. She wouldn't have been able to get the kids at all and get more power without Alex.
After that,
Well, I think she was trying to continue it. She wanted to bring the two parents and the kid, go to another town and do it again.
Yeah, I think she needed
okay,
somebody.
I like that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think she, guys, I mean, let's say all three of them show up to the police station next time and they all talk really
Yeah.
slow. Like,
Yeah, this is weird. Because
It
I
didn't
kind of
live up
took it
to the
as
first
this is her bit. You know, she's been doing this for thousands of years. She goes from house to house stealing life force until either she's caught or she kills the people she steals the life force from, and then she parasites into a different family. And that's how she
Yeah,
got to the
but-
21st century.
then
Nice.
did she have to kill everybody in the last family? Because she showed up with nothing this time.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that or just run away to try and avoid like pressure from police force or something like that. Because she's still like
Yeah.
mortal, clearly. Because she got fucking ripped apart. She just can use magic to
Wait, did you say
extend her.
moral or mortal?
mortal.
I
No,
was
she
gonna
is
say,
not
you said
moral.
she's moral?
She is
Was
not
that
moral.
the
No,
same thing?
no, not at all.
Like, did we watch the same thing?
No, that is not. That's not what I meant.
Okay, thank you. I assumed I was wrong, but I was like, "There's no way." Okay,
Mortal
sorry.
saved the M.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking
I
like-
think the reason why. Oh, go ahead, Shane.
Well, I was just gonna bring up like she's like thousands of years old, right? She
It's a
she
couple
lived a little
hundred.
too long, and she literally lost the technology, bro. Like those brain cameras.
Yeah.
like, she didn't have to worry about that during like
Her olden days.
I don't know,
Yeah.
1700s, 1600s, however long she started doing this for. Like
I,
that,
go
she
ahead,
could have
sorry.
gotten away with it so much easier. But now like there's camera feeds. Like
Well, that's why she made it to this point. You know, she was
Yeah.
able to just kind of do it. I also think like she probably didn't need as many kids back in the day because like now she's like 500 years old and she ages faster or something, so she needs more kids to stay young. And also, one touch I really liked was that she gained hair in that Alex flashback as she like absorbed life force from different people, and she gained more hair when she got more people in there. I was like, that's a fun little detail that I enjoyed.
I think she also lost hair before she got all of the kids. I think she
Yeah.
was losing it.
She started to, yeah,
Okay.
because she like fiddled with it in her hand, and she said they're not enough anymore.
Yeah.
Good
It was
touch.
Um,
great. It was weird.
Yeah, it was
I
really
think-
weird.
But he was bald at first, though.
Yep.
Like, bald.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Totally, yeah. I enjoyed that aspect of it. Also, one thing I wanted to bring this up at the beginning, but I think that this movie is going to be compared to another movie called Longlegs, which was directed by Osgood Perkins, because this movie is literally the same thing as Longlegs, but with a more creative like story structure, and also the twist was way better hidden in the movie. Like in Longlegs, you could watch the movie thinking it's a completely normal movie until the twist, and then you're just gonna be like, what the fuck, that came out of nowhere, because like the things that show the twist in that movie are so like minimal and also like generic horror that you wouldn't think that it's actually supposed to be a hint towards what the movie's supposed to be. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to spoil it, because I do think it's a good movie and you should watch it, but like there's some shit that's like magical, but it also is portrayed like in generic horror sense. Like if you're watching a bad horror movie, you'd be like, I could see that scene, but it's supposed to be showing that there's some like magical element to it. But if you watch the movie still thinking it's going to be a normal crime drama, you just wouldn't think twice about it, and it leads for it to be confusing. Well, this movie is like, like at a certain point, and the twist is not like out of nowhere at the very end of the movie, and I really appreciated that. It was TLDR, long story. I literally just rambled for 2 minutes. Better version of Longlegs.
Do we want to go into favorite,
Yep.
least favorite, funny?
Yep. Austin goes first.
All right, Chan.
Oh, okay, Chan goes first.
I'm thinking it's his movie. Let him kick it
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
Well, I
let
was
me-
gonna have
let
him
me
go
see if I wrote
last,
down
but
my
that's fair. That's
notes.
fair.
If not, I can figure it out.
I really want to, because I feel like Chan hasn't talked too much. It's mainly
No, he totally
been-
hasn't. We've been yapping.
Yeah, we've had very strong opinions and asked him to join.
You guys were like, so I didn't think too deeply about this film. So when you guys would like ramble or go on your tangent, it was like stuff that I really couldn't relate to.
I'm sorry.
Chan just
but,
watched it and had a
like-
good time, bro.
I'm watching movies wrong.
You shouldn't have chose a horror movie, bro. You know those scare you.
Well,
That's why he
I don't
wanted
know
it.
why, guys. Let's be real, guys. But hey, I broke my curse. I before we announce numbers, I just know I broke my curse. This is not Pirates of the Caribbean 5
Oh,
quality.
yeah. No,
It is
you did break your
quality.
curse. Because
You reset.
I guarantee, like, even if one of our numbers is massively lower, I feel like we'll be okay still.
Yeah, it should average. out.
Curse is broken.
Um,
It's at least
okay,
a
so
good one.
favorite, huh?
It's at least good.
My favorite part of the film was honestly how the stories overlapped and mixed. We mentioned that kind of early on, so I don't really need to mention much more about it.
That's not a scene, Chandler.
I know.
What
It's
the
a
fuck?
scene. The scene with a bracket F inside.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'll just choose one. Okay, we'll just say one scene. The gas scene, bro. I feel like 3 storylines interacted there. You had
Yeah.
Thanos, you had Silver Surfer, and then you had the guy from Eternals. I
Yeah.
forget his name.
Marcus?
The principal.
Yeah.
3 guys from Marvel. bro.
Long.
It is not the
Long
guy
break.
from Eternals, but same
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
No, Austin's right.
I guess they
Yeah, I
do
would-
actually look very
They do
similar.
look similar,
Oh,
but
no,
I,
They genuinely did.
that's
Yeah.
wrong,
Oh,
bro.
that's right. Oh my gosh.
That's
I
the
forgot about
Sorcerer
that.
Supreme.
You're right. Okay, my fault. My fault.
You're
Um,
good.
I was racist for a second. I was like, wait, is it not? I was calling him
No,
Long.
it is. But
I
I,
was
Sure.
stupid, 'cause, like,
that is
during
fair.
the movie, I was like, "No way, the guy from Eternals is in this." From the beginning, I was hooked because I thought I recognized the guy. All right, regardless,
I like that.
That whole gas-
Yeah, it was great. They filmed it 3 different times, and it wasn't like it wasn't jarring. There wasn't like any issues with their movement or anything like that. And they had to film it 3 different times because there were scenes where it would have showed where the camera would have been in the other scene, and I just was like, holy shit, this is so smart. They probably filmed this movie like in what it would be 5 movies. That's so insane. Sorry, go ahead. I forgot to talk about that.
it's fine. So yeah, that's that. Worst scene. I don't know if I really. there really wasn't too much that I disliked about the film. Nothing that I could say I quite hated. I wish I could go last for this because I need some more time to think about it. But funniest scene.
How about you could start and end us off? If you have anything to add, you can do that afterwards.
Okay, maybe I'll follow up with my least favorite. But the funniest, there's so much.
There was.
I'm not gonna say the chasing scene. I'm not gonna say that because that was inherently funny, and people in my theater thought it was funny. It was so hilarious. There's older people that were just dying the whole time. Okay, I guess I'll go with like the junkie in the cop.
Okay,
I'll go with that.
That's fair.
He just gets blindsided. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah,
valid. All
I
right,
don't get a
Skylar.
true one, but I'm brain farting. So I'll save the gold ones, the good ones for you guys.
Are you gonna popcorn or are we gonna have Skylar choose?
Let's Sky choose. Put the pressure on him.
Okay, we'll go to Austin now. Zach wanted Austin.
Well, he saw it like an hour ago, so I feel like
did,
yeah.
if anyone's fresh.
So we're just doing favorite, least favorite, and funniest right now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I know that's
We'll do numbers after everything.
Yeah.
I feel like this might still bring up scenes we didn't talk about yet.
Yeah. Well, and this will give Chandler a chance to give out his least favorite scene when we go back to him for number.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of piggyback off Chan because I was actually gonna say not specifically the punching part of the punching scene with the cops, but kind of like the entirety of it. Because like even the build up
I
was
don't want
like,
to be pricked here.
there's not gonna be anything in your pocket that's gonna poke me, right? It's like nope, we're good. I'm like, I know there's gonna be something in the pocket.
Dude, I've seen the episode of Cops where that sentence came from, bro.
And it was just like so immediate
Yeah.
after, and just boing.
And the funniest part was he was fine. Because whenever he went to the infirmary, like they were like, "Did you ever get that finger checked out?" And it cuts to the next scene. He's a tiny little band-aid on his finger. He just fucking rocked this guy for no reason.
And then I was actually debating between the second stabbing with needle scene, which is actually kind of impressive. Which is, there's a bunch of like,
Do you have AIDS?
it's a balance of like things I really like in this movie and some smaller things I have issues. Because like the second stabbing scene where like the homeless dude saw the witch in the woods and that makes no sense at this point.
No, he was in the house.
What?
He was in the house already. He went into the house and then saw the witch, and then the guy got him, and he was like, "I know where the kids are at." He was already in the house. He already saw the witch.
I know he was already in the house. That doesn't answer anything.
Well, the witch was already in like his brain. She could have gotten somehow. Like, I don't know. He was in her territory. I think that makes more sense in the dreams. I think because like the other two people had no interaction with the house or the witch at all, while James literally was in it messing with everything. I think it makes a little bit more sense.
I agree. It makes a little bit more sense, but a little bit more than none isn't great.
Fair.
Besides it, but I think I'm gonna say the funniest scene, other than that one, I really like that one, was the Invincible scene because I just want to talk about it because we haven't yet. Han, who else caught up with Invincible?
I am.
What do you mean?
You are. Sky, you're not.
Sky has not watched any of it.
Oh, okay. Mark and creepy bald Conquest.
What?
Like the head bashing.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Literally
Okay.
the exact same thing,
Right,
and he was like black too. I was like, that was interesting, but
I wonder if that was a reference.
For this movie, I'm a little. What part are we at in this movie?
Where Marcus banged his head into his boyfriend's head.
And his name's Marcus. Mark.
Oh, that's a reference. It 100% is a reference. And wait, I have his name.
In the black stuff, like in the comic, his face was literally black.
Zach Krieger. Zach Krieger is a big nerd, so he totally was referencing that. I have a bunch of Zach Krieger news is like this week.
I thought that was like crazy of it.
100%.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
I think that's funny. And then like Wong, just like his eyes and everything about him running.
Well, all of them
just doing that.
Whenever they were getting like super possessed, their eyes got like bulgy because the cop got eye bulgy at the end there too, and same with James.
Yeah, no,
that was creepy.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Dude, with the potato peeler, I was like, oh, I didn't like that. That was the only part of the movie where I actually looked away. I was like, fuck, no. Stop.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was funniest. Right. I said a couple, but least favorite. Until we find an explanation for it, I gotta go with the gun because it just
Fair.
don't make no
Fair.
sense.
No, it's super
man.
fair.
It's silly, but I'm like, it's almost silly enough to where I like it.
Dude, so that's so funny because I'm okay. Well, I'll get it. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, sounds good. But yeah, that and then favorite scene. I gotta say, like the whole ending thing with her just like getting sauced by the kids,
Yeah.
and like it was just.
Such a
I
good
think it was a
combination.
great like finale to the movie. I think it's great that the kids got theirs, and like I don't know. I thought that the end was the best part in my opinion. So, but all right, that's about it.
Sky, do you want to go or do you want me?
You got it. You were
Okay.
like kind of queued up already. Let's just get it going.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you were gonna say.
I was literally gonna jump right into my least favorite scene if Austin didn't have anything else to say because a very similar kind of idea with yours. I'm gonna do another dream sequence. I'm gonna do Justine's dream sequence because that one fully doesn't connect to anything. It's just her getting a jump scare. But Josh Brolin's has that weird gun sequence, and I'm gonna do the opposite of what you said because you said until proven otherwise, this is a bad scene. Until proven otherwise, I'm fine with it. So we're just gonna move forward. My least favorite scene is Justine's scene. The funniest scene to me. Okay. Fuck. I don't know.
So far, my funny scene has not been picked,
Really.
so I'm very
I
surprised.
hope it's the one I'm thinking of because I almost said that one.
I honestly have no idea what my funniest scene would be. So I'm
I think there's
Well,
a lot to pick.
there is a lot. I did, even though I made a joke about it and I said, oh, everyone in my theater laughed. I did actually find it really funny when Josh Brolin went, "What the fuck?" Because it was like a really great line delivery, and I was like, "That's actually super fair." I feel like I've done that after having a bad dream before, so like that's valid, and it was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna commit to that because we've talked about the other the at the end with the kids beating up the woman. I'll do that because I'm pretty sure no one else is gonna pick it. So yeah. Oh wait, did I say favorite?
Nope.
Okay. What would be my favorite? Damn. I really like this movie. There wasn't like a definitive moment that like stands out as this was my specific favorite part. I think it might be similar to Austin's favorite scene in that where the witch came into Marcus's house because like that was a loose end that she needed to tie up, and it also fully broke the illusion of what the story was, and it made me be like, holy shit, this is what I asked for, this is what I wanted. I was like, oh, it's smart magic. Oh, so I'm gonna
That's
go
a good pick, honestly.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that one. All right, Skylar, let's round it out.
Okay, so I'll start with my funniest. I think it's at the end whenever, what'd you say the second guy's name is?
Marcus?
I forget again.
With Josh
No.
Brolin.
Yes, Josh Brolin is fighting James, and James goes,
I'll give you this one.
like 4 times.
I was
Yeah.
so close to saying it. I was like,
That's a
I
good
know.
one.
I
That's a
think
good
that
one.
is I think that one is the
Yeah,
funniest.
yeah, that's
that
a
one
good one.
actually had me
I forgot about
kind
that
of
one.
laughing.
That one was really
So that one certainly the funniest. My least favorite, I kind of want to go with. I really didn't like whenever the like witch was like, don't pass the salt. I feel like it was like the only thing that was like a rule that was made. It was like the only time in which there was like a boundary that was set, and I was like, she could have used boundaries the entire time, and she never did.
Well, it was like a
Until right
trigger.
now for the kid.
Well, I don't. I
That
think it
she-
was that she didn't. Well, she also used the salt for when to activate James and the cop. Like if
Yeah, but that was downstairs. She said don't cross the salt, but she only said it to Alex, so she
Well-
didn't want Alex to cross the salt.
yeah,
Anyway.
she wants Alex. She wants to keep Alex. She didn't. She had the parents behind the salt for whenever if Justine and Josh Brolin broke through James and Paul and they got upstairs, they crossed the salt again. The parents attacked them. She just was like, don't cross the salt because I don't want
There's
the
no
parents
way she
attacking you.
knew that. There's no way that she knew Justine and Josh Brolin were there. She did not know.
Well, that's
I
what her
ju-
plan
I-
was. She literally did. That's what her plan was. That's why she set
walked
the
outside,
traps.
The cop walked outside.
Yeah. And he went like this. He said, come into them.
But like,
Skylar's wrong and he doesn't like it.
Can she see?
No,
through
it doesn't
their
make sense.
eyes?
I agree with Skylar that it doesn't make sense. But she did know because she had to have known to let them in.
So can she see through their eyes?
Possibly. Maybe she's in their
No.
brains, like somehow to a degree.
Like,
Well,
maybe
don't
it's
see
like-
in this movie
them
a
with
little
that
bit.
back
A little
row and
bit.
see them outside in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
How about do you remember whenever Alex stuck the kids onto her, she knew? She had she felt something like and then just started
Mm.
booking it.
She
How did she know to
could,
do that?
Well, she felt her magic, I'm guessing. Because she's a witch and that's just kind of it's her thing. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe she's hockey.
because the other time that they camped out and she did like sneak out,
Hey,
and,
they
like,
like that
sniff
one.
the hair.
Yeah, what
it
was that?
wasn't her, and they were in a different car.
Oh no,
That was for Marcus, Austin, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed. I forgot that for a second.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
Justine was sitting outside of the house for like 13 hours. I feel like it's reasonable to think that she would see her at
It
that
was a
point.
different car.
I think.
Well, yeah, no, that's fair. I think the truck at the end, that makes less sense than like her seeing the car halfway through the movie.
If it was like her car again, I don't have a problem with
fair.
it. But it was a different vehicle
Right.
at a different time, and there were two people in the car.
Right. Well,
And there's no reason for her to think that Josh Brolin should be there.
that's valid.
Unless she
I
can see
can't think
their
of
eye.
anything. I can't think
I
of
think-
anything with Josh.
I
Brolin
think
that-
you're right, and I think if they just wouldn't have had like the cop call
copulate.
them in, yeah, if they just had like the salt traps and like they set him off by like walking in at like try to break in, that would make more sense. But I
Or if,
also
like-
agree. Good, you can go.
If it was like her voice that came out of Paul and said, "Come in." Like if they did that, like okay, she just can clearly like sort of
The-
overtake and kind of see through
Yeah.
them. Like that's fine.
Or like a
But just
fusion.
the
You know what they
weight
do
is
with the
not enough
fusion
to
dance,
do it.
Skylar?
Huh?
You know the fusion dance, like whenever you're fused, they do both voices.
Yeah.
I think something like that would have been good. Because like
Yeah, that would have been fine. But again, there's nothing signaling that it is her, except for this. And
Yeah.
there's no other point in which she uses another character, and to like as like a third party to show where she is and where the other one is. There's no. It's always direct.
well, I'm pretty sure the
Or
dad
she
opened
could
the
have had
door.
parent most of the time.
She had the dad open the door for Paul. I'm pretty sure whenever he knocked on it initially.
Yeah, I feel like but opening a door is drastically different than using their eyes to see outside. But I don't.
Let the
I
dad
don't
walk in and interview with the police. I gotta say, I don't think it's that consistent with what she can do and how she. Or let's just say it's not clear because there's
Yeah.
no reason to argue about it. We don't know.
Well, because they never like
I'll
sit
go
down.
with that. It's not clear to how she knows they're outside, and well, wouldn't she have also had to set it up beforehand too? She would have had the foresight to know they're going to because the
Well,
line's
yeah.
already there.
She probably was like, the gig is up. I'm leaving, so let's set some traps while I get
I
ready.
didn't feel like
Okay, that's a fair statement. Setting some
Yeah.
traps makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, but still, don't like the salt scene.
That's
I don't
fair.
think it's good. I think they could have just taken it out. They could have just been standing guard, and it would have done the same thing.
And she could have just like she's shown to control people. I mean, okay, I do like it, but I'm just gonna say something in your point. She could have just she's shown to have control over people. She could have just when they opened the door sent them on them. You know, like there didn't need to be
Yeah.
a necessarily like a trigger for it.
Cut to her. Like do the
Yeah.
wave, cut to her, and like have her be angry, and then cut back.
I think there's
That's
two
fine.
reasons why it's in the movie. One, so that Alex's parents attack Alex and it makes sense. And two, so that there's like more wizard rules because we only saw like 2 spells. You know, so
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's-
that's probably the main reason why they did that.
100% my. Well, maybe not 100% because there was also an eye scene.
Was
in
there an eye
this
scene?
one. I think it was at the very end when they were ripping it apart. They kind of ripped the eyes too.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah,
So
they
I-
did. They had the thumbs in the eyes.
Oh,
yeah,
they-
so I didn't like that, but it kind of was like wasn't only that. So I mean, I guess it wasn't as bad because they were just kind of grabbing. They weren't
Yeah.
specifically aiming for eyes. But I didn't like that one either. But yeah, the salt scene. This might be the first time an eye scene is not my least favorite.
That's crazy.
Like, It is, yeah, it is the salt because I think the salt scene is kind of dumb. Because it's not clear. Not, I think it's bad. It's just it's not clear, and I don't like it because she.
Scarlet likes everything spelled out. A B
No, it
C
doesn't have to be
D.
spelled out. But I would like if it was used more than once.
Right. Fair.
It can be fine if it's used more than once. I don't like new things just randomly appearing at the end.
I don't like new things. That's the clip.
Like what my favorite? I'll honestly
we could come
I
back
think
to you like with Chandler or no.
Huh?
I said we could come back to you like we did with Chandler if you need it.
No, I think my favorite scenes are definitely with Justine. One, like they're definitely with her, and I kind of want to go with the bar scene because I think it's like the most she's kind of like opened up to like anything and like visibly being stressed. And I think it was like kind of nice to see like well, not nice, but I think it was like a good representation of like the wear and tear. Everything's kind of done on her,
And
and I think
she
it
did
was
good
actually
acting
like
too.
called out pretty well, despite Paul being absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
As a person, not as an actor. He was a good
Yeah.
actor, terrible person.
We need more Alden
so-
Ehrenreich in movies. That's the guy who plays
What?
Paul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the bar scene, specifically the parts where she's really stressed over the bartender not coming and getting their order. She's like very
Yeah.
angry about it, and it's very clearly not her frustrated at the bartender; it's her
Right.
frustrated in general.
And the fact that she's
I
a little tipsy, little bit already.
Yeah, attached.
Yeah, love that.
So, do we want to?
Okay.
Oh, Chan, least favorite. What was it?
So actually, I kind of need to redact some things I've said. Some things I guess I lied to you all. My funniest scene is not indeed the cop punching the other guy. I was flustered, I guess you could say, because I completely forgot. I'm phobic. I don't like.
Yeah, dude! Oh my god! Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, that was actually really funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm using that from now on. Like if something happens, I don't want to. I'm phobic.
Yeah, I'm phobic.
Great-
Dude, that
great
actually
point,
happened. So this is a spoiler for what we're watching, but I went to Cedar Point this weekend, and there was a very similar thing to that, where like someone didn't get a fast pass, they got to just go on whatever ride they wanted because they had this phobia of waiting in lines.
No way.
So they literally could just they could just walk on to any ride, no waiting at all. They just were the number one spot.
That's genius.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care if it's true. It's not fair. It's not fair. Like I don't care if it's real. I'm not gonna say it's not real.
They should at least wait like 10 minutes. Like, come on. Like, I waited.
No, they should
We'll
have
talk
to
about
pay
it. We'll get it.
500 times more. There's like
That's crazy. Yeah, if you have that phobia, don't go to amusement parks. That's the entire point of amusement parks is the 10-hour waits. Come on, dude.
But they like the slide.
They like the slide.
you know
They
what that
like
kinda
the
reminds me of?
big trip. What?
It's like maybe I shouldn't say this. I was in the city. I think my tangent here.
Yeah.
I was working. It was lunch break, and I'm walking back, and I got like this salt and vinegar chips to go with my meal. And we passed someone who was kind of homeless, although they had like a headset on. They were probably listening to tunes, and they said, "Hey, you got any money spare?" It's like, "No, I have these chips for you, salt and vinegar. All right, best thing out there." The guy looks at it and he's like, "I'm allergic to salt," and asks for money. That is not true. You can use allergic. Are you sure about that?
Can you be allergic to salt?
I don't think
Yeah,
you can.
Why would-
I think you can be allergic to anything.
Okay,
I don't
that's
think you
fair.
can.
How would that sucks? If he actually was allergic to salt, that actually is terrible.
I'm so allergic to salt. Where's $5?
He's definitely not. He's definitely not. But
So much of everything has sodium in it.
yeah,
How do you avoid that?
Yeah.
How do you
Oh,
avoid
water.
water.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
drink,
water.
idiot.
that?
Yeah,
Come on.
I've tried water before.
All right,
Oh,
Chandler,
no.
let's hear it.
That's the funniest. My least favorite, actually, I kind of want to say two things that I probably wrote down that I wanted to get off my chest and I didn't quite get to. It's the opposite of what you liked, Zach. Allowing that lady into their household was the most stupid thing they could have done. Well, how do they believe her story about like I just got? Well, I was rushing over here. I missed the bus. I
Oh,
just need
yeah.
a glass of water.
Yeah, totally.
Why was she there?
Well,
Well,
Marcus
Marcus
wasn't
didn't
into it. Marcus did. Well,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the
what I
boyfriend
liked.
didn't hear the beginning part of the story, so he just kind of came over, saw the old lady tired, and was like, "Yeah, come in." I didn't like that part that much either. Going to be honest.
Or I have a bowl, actually.
I love that part. I thought that was really funny because
I meant
It
to
is
talk about that. I'm like, what did you guys think was gonna happen there? I thought she was just gonna go like dog mode on it.
yeah, I thought she was going to sweep it up. Yeah. Really, that's a good thought, Skylar. I wasn't thinking something dangerous. I thought it was just going to be a weird scene because I was like, at the end of this,
It was
Marcus has to
really
get
dangerous.
weird. So what's going to go on here? So like, I don't know.
So,
I was really confused.
she was so clearly dangerous.
Yeah,
So
dude, it was
clearly.
awesome, and I loved how Marcus was just like, "Dude, this is so fucked up. Like every aspect of this is not right." And you're right, 100% right. That she came in way too easily, especially after the shit ass story she said. Like that was definitely bad writing in that. It was too exaggerated, you know.
Yeah.
But
I feel like their first question should have been, "Why were you trying to get here either way?"
How do you know where this
yeah,
is?
yeah,
You know where I live.
yeah. Marcus definitely was onto that, but like
Yeah.
I think that she should have said something more like slightly more realistic, but like not enough that Marcus would realize something's up, but not enough that the boyfriend wouldn't realize that something's up, you know. But that was just crazy. That was like over the top. I mean, it makes sense for this movie, you know. This movie is over the top.
Can I ask something about that scene?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have something I want to add too.
Does anyone remember what they were eating before?
Hot dogs.
Was it like chips and something?
It was like
Hot dogs.
8 hot dogs.
Yeah, it was a tray of hot dogs, 2 drinks, and like 3 bags of chips or something. It was crazy.
I did not notice that. That's awesome. And they were watching a Parasite documentary on ants. Why are you? What the fuck? What kind of day is that?
And they were wearing matching Mickey Mouse T-shirts.
What a Saturday, bro. What a Saturday. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're 2 chairs side by side with a table in between, and they had a TV setup that they put this.
That is the
huge tray
dream.
on in between them.
That's the dream, Skylar. That's the dream right there.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to add. I just remember seeing
Yeah, that scene right before.
8 hot
might have been
dogs.
it was the funniest. Like
That's
it was like
crazy.
you like kind of like we're like, wait, why did they need so many hot dogs? like they could have made like 3 and been fine.
I didn't even notice that. That's awesome. Love the detail on that.
When you watch it again, I'm pretty sure there were 8.
I'm
like,
so
really-
excited.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch
I
it
kid you
again.
not, it was like genuinely like a like if you think of like school lunch tray, it was like that size and one entire line.
I
of
saw the
hot
tray.
dogs.
I did not see the hot dogs though. I thought he was eating a chip.
Okay, you saw the tray,
Yeah.
horizontal, line to line hot dogs.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
very true.
Dude,
I'm so glad you brought that up. I was about to bring up the same exact thing.
This-
Did
this
you see
movie's
what they
awesome.
were eating
On the same page.
beforehand? Did you see what they were watching? And did you see what they were wearing? And
well,
how
what they were
wearing
watching
it?
was relevant to the plot. I was paying attention to that, not the food.
It was, but everything else
Was
was
awesome,
so
yeah.
unnecessary
Dogs
that
might
it was
mean
kind of
something.
funny.
It's like if you can say that 217 means something, I think
The hot
dog-
dogs do. The hot dogs totally do. What if the 8 hot dogs is something related to 217? 1 and 7 added together is 8. So all we need is the 2. There were 2 types of food. There was chips and hot dogs. 217. There it is. It's related to the hot dogs and chips.
I was gonna.
People sitting down watching TV.
Dude, Skylar, that's why we like you, dude. There he is.
7 hot dogs,
And-
1 tray.
And actually, it was 2 people, and there were actually 17 hot. They only had brought out the first round.
Yes,
There's
dude.
more in the kitchen behind.
Yes.
the hand.
And they only went
Okay.
through 2 packets.
Hey, that probably made more sense than this.
Wait, did we still?
Yeah, Chan
Jamie,
was
you
gonna
were
say-
saying something actually intelligent. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Oh no, I was just
had
getting
such
to
a
the,
better point than any of us made in the last like 2 minutes.
I was just getting to my actual least favorite scene. That's I
Oh,
pretty much said my piece. I could have done without could have done without the sex scene. That was so spontaneous
Fair.
and thrown in there. It didn't make me feel good.
Oh, yeah. Me and Lily's jaw like legit
Just
dropped.
hit the floor.
We're like,
I'm
it was like out of nowhere. I was
Yeah.
like,
I'm a number one proprietor. We don't need that in our movies or TV shows. That's like my biggest problem with Creature Commandos is how frequent that is in that show. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
You are with that. I am with eyes and throw up.
There we
Doesn't
go,
need to
yeah.
be there.
Just like why? Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Anything else?
Well, I think it was better timing. It was timed in a way that was funny. It was like 5 seconds. So like in the world of sex scenes, it wasn't the worst one that has ever existed. However, still didn't need to be in the movie.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, at least. Yeah.
So
What's the number,
Yeah.
Chan?
8.5.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
8.5.
You give it?
8.5.
I was thoroughly entertained from beginning to end. I was not quite equally scared as I truly was laughing at the film.
I think
I-
genres
and-
are so fucking stupid. Just watch a movie and like it for what it is.
Yeah, the trailer threw me off. I was
I didn't watch the
expecting
trailer.
a whole different kind of
didn't either.
film. Because in the trailer, when you're watching the kids like Naruto run through like the forest and stuff, it's like scary and tense. But in the beginning of the film, it wasn't like that. it had some like kind of cheerful or some sort of music that
Yeah.
kind of like you could vibe to a little bit almost.
It's like, oh yeah, dude, watching these kids get
As
kidnapped.
they're being like kidnapped, like
I was gonna say, I actually argue that it still wasn't that like vibey.
Dude,
It
okay,
was kind of vibey. I was wondering the
I
same
didn't mind the
thing.
music.
I can't say one way or the other because I had a really interesting experience at the beginning of my movie. The lights didn't go off. And there was a guy that was next to me. He was really interesting. He was really nice. He talked to me and G a lot. But when the lights didn't go off, he started screaming. And then he called someone and then said, the lights aren't off in my theater. And they were like, what theater? And he said, 8. And then 5 minutes later, they were off. But like,
Oh god.
because of him screaming, I like didn't hear a lot of the beginning of
Oh.
the movie. And then the lights were on for the first 5 minutes. So I couldn't get like super immersed.
When you say screaming, what do you mean by that?
He was like, oh, the lights are off in here. What about the lights?
Like he was like before he was on the phone.
Yeah, he
Started
was yelling
yelling.
about that. Yeah, to no one, just to no one, to our theater.
Dude, he's somebody important. He called and they got that done.
I know, I know, dude. I was so
know,
embarrassed,
bro.
dude. I scooched over. I was sitting there like this while he was yelling, and then he called the guy, and then it got done, and I was like, oh, dude, this guy's kind of chill.
I would have been like,
Dude, I was impressed. I was like, fuck, dude. And he loved the movie. He got scared whenever it was scary. He laughed whenever it was laughing, dude. The guy was immersed. He loved it. Big fan of it.
you needed the lights off. And they
He did, yeah. He
made
did.
sure that happened.
He
That's real
did.
audience member right there.
Yeah, dude, he was.
Did he experience it? And he had
That's why
Like-
movie theaters exist. Is that guy? Yeah.
And
It was
what
awesome.
the number again? I couldn't.
It was 8.5.
2.5.
Yeah, like
Okay.
knowing like the director, or at least it was a sequel to Barbarian, I knew to expect the unexpected. And
Is this
or
a
not
sequel to Barbarian?
Not sequel.
Okay.
It's just his
But,
next
you know,
movie.
Made
Okay,
like
am I missing something?
made by the directors who crew. Like, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
No, you're good.
You're okay.
And it met my expectations, if not surpassed, because it was still so different. Like I couldn't even really hate it for something that I wasn't truly expecting. Like it was surprising enough. So yeah, it was good. Popcorn.
It's awesome.
Austin.
Yeah, I was pretty sure I was going to send it that way anyway.
same order. I'm gonna give my number at the end. I'm gonna say a couple things first. I just want to say my number has changed probably by like
The following day.
staring back a point. No, like even just like us talking about it. I mean, I think Zach mentioned it. I just watched this movie. Like, I just came back from it, and like I really enjoyed it. I did, and I think through this conversation, especially when we were kind of nitpicking it and like saying things that don't make sense necessarily, or moments that were goofy, and I was thinking either they could have kind of tied in some of the things that maybe don't make sense, like the dream sequences, like the one with the dude homeless man in the woods, like seeing her like with how the salt worked and how the mind control worked and all that, and I was like maybe they could have tied that up better. And then another part of me was like they could have removed like a lot of the horror elements and goofy elements and made it more serious mystery, and like the movie could have been better. But honestly, what I've come around to is just like I enjoyed it. I had fun. I thought it was I still don't think it took itself seriously, and because it didn't take itself seriously, I don't think I should take it that seriously as well, at least the things that I'm nitpicking. So I really enjoyed it. It's same thing as Chan. I'm giving it an 8.5. That's where I started. I went down to a 7.5, and now I'm back. Let's see how it
And
is.
now I'm back up.
Exactly.
So, I hate the internet and I hate what people think usually, because like if everyone likes something, it's usually bad. The biggest example of that is Bird Box, and that I thought I kind of was really worried about this one whenever everyone started really loving this movie. So I went in with the expectations. I hope it's as good as Barbarian, because that was the Zach Krieger's. I think Krieger is his name. That was Zach Krieger's previous movie. Yeah, Krieger. And I really loved it. I think that's probably, before watching Weapons, I think that's probably my second favorite like movie in the horror genre. And I was just hoping that this movie was going to be as good as that. And I think this movie like blows it out of the water in how good of a movie it is. Because I was really impressed with Barbarian in the way that it has this super unnatural storytelling, and that like roughly halfway through the movie, the entire movie completely changes and is a completely different movie, and I love that about it. But I really enjoyed just like all the detail in the background and with how the filming of this movie was made. It was so like tight. Every time they replayed a scene from a different angle, I made sure to try and find things that weren't consistent with the previous like showing of it, because I was like, I know they reshot this because in the previous scene the camera was at the bar over there, so they had to have reshot this or we would see the camera over there. So I want to see them fuck it up. And they didn't really do that at all, which is so fucking impressive that it's nearly impossible to do that in like a movie and have it be consistent all the way through. And it just was really impressive to me technically as a movie. And a lot of the problems that we talked about where it's like it's too ambiguous, I kind of liked that because that's in my idea the aspect of smart magic where maybe there's just a rule that we haven't known, because obviously the witch isn't going to tell every secret of how the magic of her works. And I know that you guys don't like that, but I don't give a fuck. I do. It was awesome. I fucking loved it. This movie was everything I wanted out of it. And I didn't even know I wanted that shit out of it. It was a 9 out of 10. It's a fucking great movie. Probably my favorite movie of the year, honestly. All right, Skyler.
All right. So I'm gonna start off with, I genuinely think the beginning of this movie is like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. But the second it changes, I hated it. I did not like it at all. I didn't like the wizard magic at all. I never like horror movies with
This is
it.
what I'm
This
saying,
one had
dude.
it.
I said it at the beginning
Did
of the
not-
podcast. Skyler hates everything I like.
Genuinely, I think if they would have, I don't know how they would have done it and made it like more, like realistic and more like something that could happen. I genuinely don't know how they would do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not really my
Without
fault.
it
It's
being
really
too
not my
fucked
job to
up.
figure it out either. I don't like magic. I think it's really dumb in a horror movie. It kind of takes away the entire aspect of it, and it's like, oh, okay. Genuinely, I think it was like the first half. Like I don't know when the swap happened.
It was like
I can't really vividly remember like what time period it was. I'm gonna
It
say
was
it was like
it was
half-
Marcus's.
Wong
It was
like,
Marcus's.
running it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
was
is that,
Marcus
like,
running
halfway
it
through the
being
movie?
Wong. Yeah.
Yeah. That was like halfway
that, like-
through about, yeah.
Okay, so the beginning half of this movie, I was so interested and I was watching it the second that flip happened, I was more so just watching Lily to see if she got scared. Like at any point. I was hardly like I would very like it's like look over so much. I was so uninterested in what was
That's
going
fair.
on the screen. Yeah, this is probably my least favorite movie of the year.
That's not true, dude.
Dude,
Dude, Den of Thieves? You think this is worse than Den of Thieves?
Oh,
It's
Den of
worse
Thieves
than
was
Fan
just worse.
Forest
No,
Day?
that is not true.
This
It
is- this
not-
is worse
it's the
than
worst
Fan
movie
Forest
that has released. Wait, Den of Thieves didn't release this year. Did
Den
it?
of Thieves 2 did.
Den of Thieves 2 did?
Yeah, we didn't do it on the podcast.
Okay, it's one of my worst movies of the year. Den of Thieves is worse.
Fan
Den of
Force.
Thieves 2 is
You
worse.
think this is below that one?
No, Fan Force did
Yeah,
get
'cause
released this year.
my big
Oh,
thing
really?
is what
Oh
I-
shoot! Sorry, we've done. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this is better than Den of Thieves because there's no part of Den of Thieves that I liked, but I like the first hour of this. But like the way I kind of envision it in my mind is that the movie's kind of split up. If like 100%, it's like 30 the beginning, 30 the middle, and the end is just the most important. It's like arguably the most important because if it ends bad, it ruins the entire beginning.
Yeah.
And if the beginning's kind of bad, but it ends pretty well, you can kind of justify the beginning.
Bro, and this kid
And
likes
the end of
Game
the
of
movie-
Thrones. What the fuck?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I was gonna say that's the exact opposite. I
Oh,
don't
I thought
like it
you
because
and
of the
Lily
ending.
liked it.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it from like season like 5-ish on.
Oh, fair.
Dude,
Dude, that's a lot
yeah.
of commitment for that then.
yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, it was. Yeah, but I was so like uninteresting because the fact that it's magic. I feel like she is absolutely terrible because she should have never been found out, like even the slightest bit. If she can do
Brain
all of
tamper.
this and her powers seemingly never reveal all your secrets, she is terrible at it. They figured out a good bit. So
What if she just had
Like,
her
and they
last
are
classroom
detective.
for like 80 years, so she just doesn't know that green cameras exist? You know, like what if she kidnapped her last
if
group
this,
back in the 90s and then just kind of drained the soul out of them until 2025, and then she was like, "Well, time to find the next family," and then technology
so if
just
she got
advanced
the
too far.
entire village, you're saying that there wasn't anything in that village that was technologically caught up or on her way there. She's like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. Like saying that it's technology, I feel is a bad excuse.
That's fair.
There's no way, because like even if it was the 90s and that did happen, everything else, she's the only one who's still like there. So I feel like she should have some knowing of what's going
Yeah,
on.
she definitely could. Like as she was sucking the light, like what would she be doing? You know, she'd have to just be researching what the modern
No,
times
not
were,
even
so
like
she can stay up to date.
not even that, but assuming that it like took 20 years for that to happen, like she would going to her next thing, she'd be like, "Oh, that's new.
Yeah, she'd see something.
That's also new. They didn't have that before." Go into like the school and they have cameras like everywhere. She's like, "Oh, okay, cameras are easily accessible now."
Well, maybe she just was like,
And
"I'm her," so it doesn't
then
matter.
she was bad. She lost.
Yeah, she did lose. She is objectively bad.
Yeah.
We did acknowledge
So
that.
yeah, so I think it would have been drastically better if it was just not a witch or a
That's fair.
wizard, and they were just calling her a witch because the people were angry. They didn't know how it worked, so they just assume it was something supernatural. They don't care. They just want to blame somebody, and saying she's a witch is just
What if
the
it was
easiest thing to do.
sci-fi? Would you appreciate that more? Like she had like a button that could brain control people or something like that.
No, I think that'd be dumb.
Yeah, I think
Can
that's
I
worse.
ask? Most horror movies are supernatural.
Yeah.
So is this like a thing that you have?
Well, he
for
wanted
all
something
horror?
like Seven.
Yeah,
No, I
wanted
get
something like
where you're going from, because that's like what I said. Like when I gave my numbers, like it could have been a really good like mystery that was
Yeah.
grounded for the most part.
I don't think he
And,
ever
like-
wanted that though. You know, I don't think that was ever the intention of this movie. I don't think it was.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be-
no. Once again, we have all very different perspectives. Actually, I think maybe me and Chandler are on mostly the same page, but Zach thinks this movie is a masterpiece and is very tightly like wound together. I like this movie because I think
It's a
that it doesn't take
masterpiece.
itself seriously, and then
Sky just hates all of it.
and I think he's on the same page as me. And Skylar's like, I see what I think me and Chan see, and don't like it for that. And Zach's just in denial that it's there.
Well, I like the art behind the filmmaking of this movie because of the way that the story was told and how like tight everything was, and it like one grain of sand out of the way in the movie would have felt like bloated or too talked down to or too annoying or gross. I just really appreciated the filmmaking behind it. It was something I guess I haven't seen this year, and I wanted that. I know that's not what you guys look for though. It's what I look for. That's why we have me on the podcast.
Valid.
Yeah.
We disagree
Yeah,
opinions
exactly.
on how it handled it.
That's why we have a variety.
Exactly.
I just wish it wasn't a witch. I was
Yeah.
so disappointed. I wish
No,
you
I
could
get
have
it, dude.
seen- Yeah,
Dude,
like
oh my god, our reactions in the theater, I wish we had cameras on us. They would have been so funny. At the exact same point in the movie, I went, and Skylar went,
that's actually what I did. I was actually disappointed. Like,
yeah,
instantly.
that's
Wait,
really
at what
funny.
moment? At what moment?
My favorite
Whenever I
scene.
found out it was a witch.
Okay, yeah, because I was laughing during that.
Yeah,
was like,
I love that.
that's
Oh,
all the-
Lily laughed at every single run. But like it would have been so much cooler if it was legit just like
That's
a
fair.
person, if it was like
Yeah.
Seven. If it was like Seven is like as good as a horror movie as I think you can make.
That's fair. Yeah,
Like,
totally.
At least that I have seen.
I
This just is not even close.
I think this
It's
kind of
worse
just
than
came
it
out
was.
at the perfect time for me, you know? Because usually I would agree, because I hate the Conjuring movies. I hate that it's just like, the devil did it or whatever. But, like,
Yes, it's so
I know, it
stupid.
is dumb. But, like, I'm in the mood right now for, like, a hard magic system. And this movie
Yeah.
gave that to me
That's fine.
whenever I wasn't
If it
expecting
hits-
it.
If it hit the spot for you, I'm
Oh,
glad
dude.
it at least
hit
the
so many
spot.
spots,
Like,
bro.
think it
I
might have hit
I
the
wanted to
spot
hit
for
more spots.
everybody except for me.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it hit the spot for Chan and Austin too, and I'm glad it
different
did.
spots for us.
Yeah.
Yes, but I genuinely, I actually fully agree with Austin. It needed to take itself completely serious, or it just needed to become a funny movie that just happened to be a little scary. If it was a funny movie that just happened to be a little bit scary, I think I would like it more. Or if it was a movie that took itself more seriously and committed to like a person who is it's something real, and it's a person who was able to trick an entire city, it would be better. I just don't like it.
Hate to
Don't
see
like
it, bro.
I know, and I am so angry too because I genuinely really liked the first half. I was, yeah.
One day
my
we'll get a
disappointment.
movie that fits that exact niche for you, buddy.
Like,
One
Zach,
day.
do you know how you were saying you were like you've been thinking about rewatching it?
Yeah.
I have not thought about this movie a single time until we started the podcast from when I left the theater, and I left the theater Friday at 10 o'clock, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Because Lily wanted to see it in the morning because she didn't want to watch a scary movie at night.
That's valid, actually.
It
Yeah.
So
felt weird watching it in the middle of the day.
it was
I get
weird.
that. It
I
was
showed up at
weird.
10 a.m.
I'm always happy to go see a movie at any time of the day. It always hits the vibe for me.
Well, yes, but watching a scary movie at 10 o'clock in the morning, having a donut and a coffee right before,
I
was
kinda-
a little
dude,
weird.
I kinda
considered
fuck with
my
that.
usual
Dude,
experience.
holy shit, dude! I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. Actually, I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna get a Dunkin', get a coffee and a donut, and go see Weapons again.
Yeah,
But it's already
yeah,
the end of this weekend.
What?
You said did you
Next
mean-
weekend?
you
Yeah,
probably-
the upcoming weekend.
I'm pretty sure you said this.
Did I say this? I meant next. Or if
I
I said
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
this I meant like this
sorry.
upcoming.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not do any average. I'm
Sure.
No, give me the number, Skylar. You didn't say it yet.
I said
Yeah.
4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 7.5 overall. Even
I'm okay
with
with that.
my 4 being less than
See?
half of everybody else.
That's what I said at the beginning. I was like, even if Skylar hates this movie, I think we have enough that's gonna make it a good movie.
Yeah, it was
and a
crazy
good
that you
movie is
called it
above
too. The
5.
second you said that, I was like, damn, he's right.
Well, I fucking knew it. That's why I covered your screen at the beginning of the episode, because this entire year, everything I like, you hate. Everything you like, I hate. And it's not like we're trying to do it. It's just that's just how it is. And I don't know.
Hey, we both hated Superman Returns.
We did both hate. And well, I mean, we both were in agreement that Fan Four Stick was bad, but it definitely could have been worse for the most part.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like they haven't actually been too far apart. It's just
Yeah.
recently there.
Yeah. Well, like it's just whenever it's the extremes, like whenever I love something or you love something, it's the extreme on the other side, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's jump
But-
into we have a lot of news if you guys wanted to transition
Yeah, jump
into
into
that.
Jump into the news.
Got a shit ton. This is way more than usual, mixed in with my cat pictures, but there's like 20
Yes.
things on there. So Lanterns finished shooting. I'm gonna go fast through these because there's a lot of them. That's gonna be interesting. They announced like all the different people playing in it. Sinestro's in it, which is interesting. I wasn't expecting to see him on the cast. Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into 2 different businesses. They're splitting into Warner Bros, which will handle like the TV shows, comics, like the media stuff in general, like video games, and then the Global Networks, which is going to be like the Discovery stuff, CNN, TV, sports. I don't know why they're doing this, but they are. They're still going to be owned by like one conglomerate, but they're splitting it up, so they're having like 2 head CEOs. Does that make sense?
It's just a reorg. My
It
company
literally
does that.
is. It literally is exactly that. And speaking of another rework, Hulu is shutting down, and everything on Hulu is just going to stay on Disney Plus. This is not changing anything because for the last like 5 years, everything on Hulu has been on Disney Plus already. So this is not going to change anything at all. This isn't all the. I should have deleted this one. This one's dumb. But apparently, Disney originally wanted to use an AI deepfake to put to put The Rock's head onto live action Maui. They decided to not do that. Thank God. But that was their initial thought. So in return of the bad guys' thing that said that they cannot use their movie to train AI, from here on out, every single Universal movie is now going to have that like constraint attached to the movie, not just animated stuff. I have a feeling this is something to do with Christopher Nolan because he signed like a multi-film deal with Universal, and his movie's coming out, and he's probably making the credits right now, and was like, "Hey guys, if you train AI on this, I'm not making a movie for you anymore." And they were like, "All right, we got it, we're good." and they put that law in because he's just too much of an asset. We got some confirmation for upcoming movies within the Spider-Verse universe, which like why? I mean, like I get it, like it's because
One and only one.
well. No, okay, no. By why, I don't mean that like I don't want it. I mean like focus on the movie. You know, like make the movie first, make it good, make people like the trilogy, and then you can make Spider-Woman, Spider-Punk, and Venom. Like we don't need that all right now. Come on, especially since Netflix is forcing you to fast track a K-pop Demon Slayer 2, so now you're making 2 movies at once and now want to add 3 more onto that. I feel like that's just a bad idea.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Next news is the Zach Krieger thing with Pedro Pascal. Talked about that already. They are starting filming of the Batman Part 2 officially in spring 2026, with it estimated to be in theaters in October of 2027. The reason why they're waiting until spring isn't because the script is not done, because it's either done or approaching done, but because they need it for like filming reasons, specifically the spring. I'm not sure why. James Gunn just started working on and has confirmed that he will direct the next movie in the Superman family. So not like the one after Supergirl. So he didn't say it's Superman 2. He said it's going to be something else. It's going to be like a pseudo direct sequel to Superman, but it's not going to be called Superman 2. That's the only information we have right now. James Gunn's writing it. James Gunn's directing it. It's kind of sequel to Superman. Superboy. That'd be awesome. I'd be down for that.
Probably gonna be that.
This isn't news, but I just wanted to talk. That would be awesome. Crypto movie. This isn't news, but I want to talk about it because it's what my cat feels about me, and also James Gunn liked the post, so that makes it news. So in a recent study, they've found that cats actually think that the owner is their child and not the other way around. And I definitely believe that with Callie. And the reason why that's media is because James Gunn liked the post. Next.
Good connection, Zach.
Thank you. The next thing is we got a trailer for definitely not a shill, The Paper, coming soon-ish. That's gonna suck, right, guys?
Look, I saw the trailer. It does not look good.
I did not watch the trailer. Wow, why do that? That looks horrible. For those who don't know, they're making a sequel to The Office, and it looks bad. Next
I thought
news.
The Office was bad.
Hey, I don't think it's like as good as
I like
everyone
The
says
Office,
it is. I think it's funny
it
sometimes.
looks bad.
Am I mistaken? Did they not try and like reboot it with different people, and then it didn't go well?
Well, the original one was in Great Britain. They tried to make it, and then America made The Office, and then it was successful. They recently tried to make Australian The Office. That's actually still running. That's in season 1 right now.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, that's new. You weren't on the podcast when that news came around, Austin. Sorry, that's a new thing for you. Next news is we got an interview with Kevin Feige where he talked about Blade again. Where I'm sorry, I'm looking at who the writer is. The current new writer is Eric Pearson. He's the guy who wrote both the Thunderbolts and also Fantastic Four First Steps. He's the one that's currently writing the script for it. Doesn't mean that's going to be the writer for the movie, because in the next sentence he says there were 3 or 4 versions of the script. 2 were period pieces, 2 that were not. We kind of right now landed on a more modern day, and that's what we're focusing on. We didn't want to just send Blade in to kill vampires because that's not just what the movie's about. And that's fair. Like, I totally get that. But, like, by the time you hit script 4, I feel like you should just be like, we should wait now. We shouldn't force this, you know? And that's not what that sounds like. All right, sorry. Next news. I'm trying to go quick. Percy Jackson season 3 has started filming. Season 2 is not out yet, but they're just kind of fast tracking it like they're doing with One Piece. They did the exact same thing with One Piece for the trailer that dropped yesterday. It said season 3 is on its way. Probably because I think they filmed both of them at the same time. So Pedro Pascal, speaking of him a couple times in this episode, he is done with his scenes in Avengers Doomsday for filming reasons. They had to just grind out everything with him first. So everything with him is officially done. Austin, that is super valid. I wasn't gonna bring up any concerns with that because we don't know until the movie's out, and we've talked so much shit on Marvel recently. We're just gonna glaze over that. That's fine. So this is a bad one. Warner Brothers is apparently aggressively cracking down on password sharing next month. So starting on, I don't know, next month, September or whatever, you're gonna have that Netflix problem where you can't have Netflix in multiple households, which is fun. Love that. That might be it. No, that's not it. Sorry. One Piece news. We got a new trailer. Zach Krieger, the director of Weapons, apparently finished a script that he's planning on presenting to James Gunn that is in the DC universe. But it's not a superhero movie, and he says it's not based on a comic book, which is really confusing to me. Like, I don't I don't know what it could be about then. Is it just like about a guy that's like in the superhero world? That would be interesting.
Oh
I
my
think.
gosh! Wait, what was the guy
Was
from
it
Superman who got
comics?
all the ladies?
Oh yeah, Jimmy Olsen. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But no, I think there's definitely been a comic on. You know what? Fuck it.
There's
Yeah.
been comics by Jimmy Olsen.
But for the sake of it, we're gonna ignore it. Zach Krieger made a Jimmy Olsen movie. But
he was introduced in a Jimmy Olsen comic.
oh, that's crazy.
I think that's right. I mean, sorry.
I'm gonna glaze over because I have no idea if you're right or not. Next bit of news: Oda had something to say related to Dragon Ball. He said, the thing that I said this to you, yeah. He said that Super Saiyan Goku could absolutely clap Gear 5 Luffy, and he said it's ridiculous to think otherwise because Luffy isn't even island level, and Goku, before going Super Saiyan, could blow up entire planets. He said it's ridiculous to think that Luffy could even like compete with a Super Saiyan Goku. This is Oda speaking, Austin. Get that anger out of your head. He could probably take one Kamehameha and send it back.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you
and
that
then
one.
send it back, and then he's too tired to fight because it was too strong of an attack.
I don't actually think otherwise, but I do think he would literally eat at
Yes.
least one Kamehameha before
Yes.
going.
Yes,
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
That's Spirit Bomb.
That's all my notes. You cannot do that. Spirit Bomb is sending that guy to the spirit
He's
realm.
gonna try and catch it and get devoured.
That's exactly what's going to happen. All right, that's the end of my news. Do we want to get into what we're watching?
Well, before I have a question.
What's your question, Skylar? I have no idea what it is.
Zach,
Yes.
what have you been watching?
Dude, I was so shocked to hear you say that. So we're approaching the end of Haikyuu. I was wrong. We did not actually end up watching. We only watched 2 episodes since talking last, so we're not anywhere close to finishing it. Now we're going to finish it. It's because this weekend we went and visited one of G's sisters, and we went to Cedar Point, and I got a mixture of dehydrated and motion sickness, and ended up throwing up and not going on the last ride. It was pretty sweet. It was awesome. No, I actually didn't. I was fine with it. I wasn't the most interested in going on another ride. And then I chugged like an insane amount of water, and I was like, that was a really bad idea. and then immediately threw up, and it was only water, and I was like, oh yeah, I really should not have drank that much water. And instantly, like, yeah, I know I was dehydrated, but come on, Zach, that was dumb.
Did you write top through?
Oh yeah, I did. That one was really fun. I don't think that was my favorite one. That was my first time going to Cedar Point. I've never been there before. That one was good. It's top thrill 2, by the way. Now, did you know that? Yeah. I
You know the reason why?
Because it kept going up and stopping and coming down anyway, so they were like, "Fuck it, we'll just have it go backwards anyway." Oh, what is it?
There was actually an issue, a mechanical issue. A bolt came off or something, and it flew back and hit someone. So they had to shut down the ride, fixed it, and now it's called Top Thrill 2.
I did not
That's
know
why.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's called Top Thrill 2 for marketing reasons.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of amusement parks in general. I think they're a waste of time because you wait in line for hours for like a 30-second. Like, so the roller coasters themselves are really fun, and I think roller coasters are great. The wait's not worth it. It's never worth it. And good.
I just need to say real quick. Essentially, when you buy a ticket, the ticket is not the actual ticket. Buying all the lightning passes is now the actual ticket.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
can't ride without lightning lanes or fast pass.
But it's not worth it, dude. It's so much money. If all of us, G's family is massive. If all of us wanted to go and get the fast pass, that's like thousands of dollars. We can't do that. That's ridiculous. Well, I mean, like, not like can't do, but that's a waste. That's a waste. It's not worth it.
But then it's also a waste to go there and like spend your whole day in line for like you said, a minute roller coaster.
They expect that though. They planned out to be there from morning until night, so it was like an entire event of us going there. So it just is like
it's
the thing.
If you can like manage being in line, like if you have heads up or if you have any way to like.
We played heads up. We played a bunch of different like talking games. But whenever it gets hot, like it was like 90 degrees and we were standing directly in the sun. None of us like wanted to talk. We were all just sitting on the ground like this.
Yeah, especially after you might have already gone on one or two and you're kind of wet too.
Yeah, I was drenched in sweat. It fucking sucked, dude. I was not a fan. What was it? Oh, the next thing I was going to say was I am about 100 pages left in Aragon. That book is really great. I recommend it to anyone who has not read it. Last thing, right before this, Austin was like, "Oh, I'll text you guys when we're ready." And I got home from Ohio not too long ago. So I was like, to kill time, let's build Legos. So I had this set that G's mom got for me at Christmas. So we started,
Awesome.
yeah, we started building this because we finished the Going Merry that's over there. So this is the cat so far. Yeah. And what was it?
She's looking a little pale.
Yeah, it's okay. She'll get there. And then while we were building that, I decided to put on Death of Superman because that movie slaps. So we watched like the first hour of that, and I was like, let's get to the fight. Come on, I want to see the story shit. And then right as the fight started, Chan said, "All right, guys, I'm ready." And I was like, "Fuck, dude, come on." What?
You know,
You
actually,
both
I
did the
was gonna
same
say
exact
something.
motion at the same
Really?
exact time.
That's
on the
awesome.
Screen.
Chandler did it too. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
so-
It's because I also have something to say as to why I said what I said. Like, but I'll wait.
Okay.
It's literally gonna be like weapons whenever our storylines like.
Interlap, yeah. But yeah, that's basically everything that I media wise like consumed over the last bit. In the car ride, I just read Aragon. Yeah, that's it. Popcorn.
Reading in
Someone
the
else.
car is crazy. I'm glad you're able to. A lot of people get sick. I am
that's
one of
fair.
them. I like stare, start shaking. I used to be able to when I was younger. Can't anymore.
Nah, I just down the shit. Car reading is the
And,
ideal reading.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
a
if you're
lie.
like passenger seat or something, it's okay. But like if you're in the back of the car,
If
then
you're
it's the worst.
driving, that's kind of hard. But like passenger seat, yeah,
It's doable.
yeah.
It's manageable.
it is doable. It is doable. Just saying.
So
A
Chandler-
friend has told me. Chandler.
Yes.
what have you been watching?
Okay. So to like
I want to hear about these 15 minutes.
15
Sure.
minutes.
Let's hear him.
Yeah, you were saying that
You want to
there's a
overlap
reason-
our stories?
Yeah, you're
Oh yeah.
overlap.
So I actually beat Claire Obscure, or at least the story, and there's technically half of the game still to go.
Oh,
Because you can get up to like level 99, and I'm only like 40 something. So there's definitely so much to do in the game, but I think I've beaten it. I think so. But I paused the cutscene because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. And so I sent you that text message, which in turn made you wait now.
Yeah. No, it's
So
okay.
I think I'm like the first cutscene.
And we're gonna go
But,
finish
like, yeah,
Superman.
that's where that message came from. Okay, so I need to show this off. Okay, so when I went to the movie theater to watch this movie, I'm walking out, and there's a little table, a little stool with posters on it of two different movies. And I was like, wow, those look really cool. No one's manning that station. Someone could totally steal those. So I back up, I grab one, and I walk right out.
As you should.
stealing.
As you should, dude.
It wasn't stealing because I'm pretty sure they're available, but I didn't watch the movie.
I'm saying.
So I didn't even watch it, and I took it. I wanted it.
You have me so bad now.
dude,
It looks.
I'm seeing that
I thought it
Wednesday.
was
I'm
cool.
excited for it.
I want you to pull my finger. I just couldn't pass up on it. I'm gonna mount it.
I've heard it's hilarious.
I've heard it's
That
pretty
is
good,
a
yeah.
pretty
Great things to
great
do.
pull.
I want to try and watch it, but I need to watch. Well, I was actually going to mention. Do we have anything after this?
No, we don't have anything. We could go through Naked Gun 1, 2.5, 3.25, and then do the reboot if you guys are down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I've heard
That's
they
kinda
fall
my
off a
favorite
cliff
one.
after the first one, and then the reboot is like really good. I heard the first Naked
one.
Gun is really, really funny. Naked Gun 2.5 is mid. Naked Gun 3.14 is terrible, I've heard. So
They really call it 3.14.
yeah.
Take it high.
That's crazy.
Am I?
I think it's something like that. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to go into this. This is a series I haven't ever watched before. This would be great. I'm excited.
Haven't they ever watched Lion King 1.5? Adding a 0.5 doesn't do anything to the movie.
Doesn't do shit, dude.
No,
This is
nothing
before
good.
Lion King 1.5,
Yeah.
You watch anything else, bro?
Lion King 1.5. No, full watch. Good gun. Yes, I do have a couple of things. So, Lies of P. I know Zach, you own it because it says
Yeah,
friends
free.
who own the game. You're on there. Yep, it's free for those with PlayStation Plus. I've only crashed out a couple of times, so we're doing good.
Hell yeah.
Bloodborne, I also tried playing that, but it's equally crashable, or I equally
Crash out
rage at
worthy.
that. So I'm putting that on the after. What?
I said it's equally crash out worthy.
Yes, that's on the afterburner because Lies of P is actually kind of tolerable. I'm crashing out less, so I'm spending more of my free time there. playing some more Rocket League. I'm up to date on Kaiju number 8.
Oh, I'm not.
It's
I'm
really
behind.
good right now. These last couple episodes were kind of peak, I must say.
G wants to watch that, so I think we're gonna do that after Haikyuu.
Start from the beginning. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you wait a little longer, it might. You have to wait a couple months though for it to be fully out.
Yeah.
So
She also brought up My Hero, so I was like, they're both kind of bad because one of them's running right now, the other one's gonna be starting in a couple weeks. So like, I'm gonna have to wait regardless, which kind of sucks.
you have so much My Hero to get through, and what you could do is watch My Hero, then go to Vigilantes, and go back to My Hero. Right?
Yeah, I could just watch Vigilantes now because it takes place so far ahead.
Yeah. Although I don't think she should watch she should watch some of.
I think
My
season
Hero
1 of My
before.
Hero is one of the best seasons. It's so like tight. It's just 13 episodes of like really. I think the flashbacks in the first season are the worst because why are we having flashbacks in the first season? That not like in how frequent that they are. I just don't see the point in them. But like everything culminating in the USJ fight is so solid. I feel. For the most part, like
Yeah,
if the
it's
show
good.
ended there and didn't continue ever, I probably would be like, yeah, it was a solid season.
Yeah. I think, but this with the second arc or the second season, and how that ties into Vigilantes,
dude.
it's a must. It's a
Yeah.
must watch.
Dude, that second
network.
season is so good too. That second season's so fire.
I need to rewatch it because I didn't like it at first, and people had just great things to say, so I need to rewatch it.
Fair.
I didn't love it at first.
My Hero is it's really ridiculous with the fan service, like worse than Fire Force because
I
these are
hate what
children.
they do with the one girl's
Yeah.
power when she
Yeah.
pulls stuff out of her. I
Yeah.
that so much.
I know it's so much worse.
You kind of inspired me to play Outer Wilds. I started a new playthrough because I only played 30 minutes and I died on like that one world. So I just wanted to restart, and I actually went to every character. I went through every dialogue, taking a lot out of me, guys. I need someone to narrate this for me, please.
Good. Just keep going.
Oh.
Force yourself to learn.
But yeah, I didn't die. I think I just oh no, I did die, but not in the way I thought I was going to.
Great,
So
yeah.
I stopped there, and I'm gonna pick up on it.
Were you like, whoa, this is
Sorry,
weird? I
can you-
wasn't expecting this, and it made you interested and keep going.
I was weirded out at first because I was like, I didn't do anything this time. For the first time, I know I died. Like I actually died. And then when I realized you restart, I was like, I don't want to do this. But this time I did nothing wrong.
Right.
So now I know I'm on a time frame.
Do you know what
I
it
need to
was yet?
figure myself out. Huh?
Do you know what it was yet?
No.
I
I'm like 30
cannot
minutes in.
wait until you find out.
Crazy.
Chandler, you're gonna love this game when you actually start putting the pieces of the story together.
Okay.
It's gonna be so. I can't wait to hear your updated.
Should I know first playthrough?
No. Just keep going. I didn't know there was a time. Look, I didn't know there was a time loop in the way that you're describing it until like my 10th life, because I just kept killing myself on accident. I just kept like dying in certain things or like falling into holes and dying. So I didn't know there was a time limit to each loop.
Okay, so like that's what happened my first time.
Yeah.
My first playthrough.
Exactly. Yeah.
So okay, so I'm intrigued. Once that happened, I was like, okay, this is reminding me a lot of ReZero, actually, that anime where he has like a almost finite amount of time before he has to reset with only his knowledge and no one else.
That's exactly
knows.
what it is.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm eager to play it.
It's so when you put everything together, man.
I'm trying to
Watch
read
our
everything. log
videos,
everything,
Becky.
like, have
Yeah,
it all.
you can watch it afterwards. Beat the game. Oh, I'm so excited, Chandler.
Yeah, I want to watch afterwards.
This makes me so happy. It's
What's also going to make you guys happy, I guess, is I started watching One Piece again.
Ayo.
I'm at the point where Mama crashed out until she got her
Cake.
treat.
Oh.
No, it was like the cream puffs.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh wait, did someone freeze, or are they just looking? No, they're just looking at me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering.
She just let her crash out. It was
Okay.
the first
No,
time she
just,
crashed out.
guys, I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
She killed her son. That's where I am
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. I think that's one of the most
Oh,
underwhelming moments in the
That's
entire
true.
show. Wait, are you past that, or is that the last thing you saw?
I'm like maybe an episode. I'm like within the episode after that, I think.
I don't know if I should say the thing I'm going
Or
to say.
Jinbei.
Yeah, probably
I'm
You
not.
are.
Okay.
It's earlier than what you're thinking. I remember what he saw. It's very early in. Isn't it early into the whole cake?
I think so, but it's
Yeah.
been so long since.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
not.
haven't
it's
even-
No.
what
I'm
you're
not.
thinking
Not
of.
the thing I said about. No, I know what Chandler's talking about now. The thing I said that I didn't like was related to her killing her son. I don't. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
How she like sapped his life force.
No, okay, Chandler, not you. Sorry, the other ones. Do you guys know what I don't like about that yet? Okay, Chandler, mute yourself or plug your ears or something.
Or turn down your volume.
Yeah,
I'm
that.
doing that right now.
Okay. I don't like how the family takes him and immediately brings him back to life in like the next time you see those characters. I feel like it kind of diminishes Big Mom's power. I think Oda just has a problem with killing people in general, and I wish he committed to it a little bit more. I didn't like that. I thought that was a little disappointing. I was like, it's lame. That's the only thing I was talking about.
I thought there was a plot device. Yeah,
No, I just was like, I don't like that.
that's fair.
All right, Chandler,
Also,
continue. Oh, good. Awesome.
I think one note to Chandler.
One Piece.
Exactly, One Piece. Actually, One Piece, which is what I'm saying, is two of my friends are on One Piece and they're hyping it oblivion. And I know Whole Cake is kind of rough with pacing, so get tired. Feel free to jump there because it's labeled
Okay.
like from episodes and manga.
So wait, how's that? I tried looking into it when you mentioned it last or the previous episode. Do they actually take all of the video, all the episodes and like clip out filler?
It tells you
Yeah,
what points in each episode to watch or something like that, right?
So like it'll tell you when to drag the cursor like 10:02 to like 11:53, and you watch, and then you
I
cut.
think so.
No, it does it by itself.
Oh, it
It's all-
does?
It's edited. It's all edited.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just like a list that it told you.
No, it has
Oh, damn.
all of the episodes, and it's dropped from like what 1100 to like 375 or something, like
That's
for all of
crazy.
One Piece that's currently out. So like, yeah, that's I watched a little bit of it because Noah was doing, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm like, wait, this is the definitive way.
This is
to
the
watch.
One Piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it's gonna be like the One Piece, but like, I don't know. I'm excited about it. Yes.
Wrong. One Piece isn't long enough.
It needs
It's
to be
not.
longer.
No, I agree. I would not have changed how I watched it.
It needs to be
but
longer.
It's not long enough.
It needs to be
Have you
longer,
all-
and the pacing needs to be better. Those are
Correct.
the two things that sound.
No,
And
I
things
like the side
not.
plots. That's the side plots.
You've
They're
only
good.
read the manga. You have not watched the anime. The pacing in the anime is dog shit.
That was the joke. Nick.
It's like, thank you for your criticism.
He's like, you've nailed it. You've explained the punchline. Now it's funnier. It's like in Jujutsu Kaisen when you explain your curse technique, it makes it stronger.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, Chandler, is that
That's
everything?
all I had, by the way.
Okay.
That's all I had. Yeah, it took too long. So
You didn't take
Oh.
fucking shut the fuck up, bro.
Okay.
Talk more.
it did pretty
Talk,
well. That's
talk
pretty well.
more.
What have you been watching?
I haven't been watching too much. One Piece, of course, and I forgot to text Zach back at this point. I think
No, you did. You texted me. You said thank
I
you.
did. Oh well, the next thing I was gonna say was the One Piece episode actually did come out, so I'm gonna watch that I think today.
If you're not caught up on the manga, do not watch the opening. Toei themselves the day before was like, hey guys, there's a lot of spoilers in this one, so don't watch it. But it is a banger. That is actually what they said. They were like, it's a pretty good one. But
I'm
don't watch
so
it.
scared. Like,
Dude, it
it-
spoils everything. Like it's there's one thing about like the final bits of Egghead that it doesn't spoil. Everything else is revealed in the opening. It's crazy.
but like I have to scroll through it. Like I can't just stay. Like I have to. I'm like gonna have to do that thing where I have to unfocus my
Dude,
eyes.
and it's
punch
from the
them
start too.
blind.
I think the biggest spoiler is right at the beginning too.
Wait,
Okay.
you talking about the actual episode?
Yeah, the opening of the actual episode spoils the anime. Because the anime is not caught up with the manga, but the opening is like entirely end of Egghead manga. I
Oh.
don't know why they did it, but hey, it is what it is.
So yeah, heads up for that. And I'm gonna watch that. I still can't say the name of it. Gyakachu something.
Gotcha, Baku. No, that's Skylar's. Kakuri
Yeah,
Bada
yeah.
Bada.
Yeah. Kakurabachi? Something
Yeah,
like that?
something
I
like
don't know. Mine starts with a G. It's about the poor garbage boy. It's very very. And then also Black Clover, which has gotten better. Was better for like episodes. Then it like ran up a cliff, and then it's like kind of rolling down a little bit. If I'm being honest, and I think it's
Make
hopefully
sure
gonna
you
be
skip
better
filler.
as we get
Skip the
into it.
filler. You're almost at good story.
It's not filler, man.
Okay, that
it's
sucks.
it's not. I looked it up.
I read the
Trust me, I
manga,
don't want to be watching this shit.
I read the manga. I didn't have this section of it. I apologize.
It's tough when you have got the filler guide and it has like mixed canon filler episodes. So you gotta watch that shit because like there'll be one line of dialogue that's, and the
Yeah.
rest of them are just at a fucking hot spring and climb.
Dude, I remember the hot spring from the manga. It was like
Oh, that was in the manga.
It was like
What?
3 pages though, because
Okay, that one wasn't that bad. but,
Asta
like,
that was important for Asta because he had to like learn how to keep his demon form because he couldn't stay in the hot springs long enough.
yeah. Sorry, hot spring was a bad example. All surround. It was still weird. It was still weird.
No,
man.
it was
They
weird. I'm not
just
denying
didn't
that.
have
It was
that-
weird. Yeah,
Okay, I'm like, wait. They
It was
just tried
weird.
to
but like
creep up the barrel.
no, totally.
Um,
that is in every single bath scene in anime too, which sucks. So stop it.
Yeah, whatever.
Even the one from One Piece
oh,
where
also-
Nefertari Cobra was looking at Vivi. What the fuck? Sorry, continue.
Interesting. One thing I forgot to say before, I said Doomsday was introduced in Jimmy Olsen's comic run. That isn't true. I undersold it. Guess who was actually introduced?
Darkseid.
Darkseid was.
That's awesome. That's so
Darkseid was
funny.
introduced in a Jimmy Olsen. First time he was.
For you two, Darkseid is Thanos of the DC universe. He's like the biggest big bad usually.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I'd argue bigger than Thanos.
Yeah.
For the DU, which is crazy. And then I've been playing some rematch here and there. Got back on Rivals. Just playing that. Last 2 days. Blade's fun. I don't think
Oh.
he's that good, but he's fun.
I haven't played as him yet.
Yeah, he's fun. But yeah, that's about it from my side.
Nice.
You guys heard of the Rivals? Or am I saying that right? Or Finals?
Yeah, I've heard.
Finals.
I've heard of
Oh yeah, I played Finals. My friends love Finals. Or Finals.
The finals. I
Finals.
think.
Whatever.
I think
Yeah.
it's something like that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
heard it released 3 times. Beta, regular, got redacted, and now it's out again. I think. I've heard some good things about it.
It's fun.
I've heard
It's a
good things
time.
about the new Battlefield, but I think it's stupid. to
I
play
have that.
Why? Like the last one was so
can't-
dog shit. I think it just would be best to just wait.
There's a better. It is genuinely like I've heard a lot of really good things, and I haven't
Okay.
played it at all, so I can't hype it up.
Fair.
Someone threw like a TikTok in the chat, but everyone's really hyped for it. But Noah has to like go back into his like the actual motherboard settings and change something in his PC in order to play it. So like none of us have played it together. So beware of that. I don't know
What's the
what happened
like,
to that?
I don't know. I just don't trust like that. The last one was not just bad. It was like one of the worst video games ever made. And they
I've
still
heard-
haven't fixed it. It had like way worse than Cyberpunk glitches, and they just kind of were like, "Oh, that sucks." And then they released cosmetic. They released like the Christmas cosmetic around Easter time. Yeah, it just was a terrible, terrible game. So
I can't attest to it. I just know people were hyping it up, and I have it. So
hell yeah. No, I don't know about Battlefield 6. Hopefully that one's better. Hopefully they just like stopped cooking on the other one and we're like, all right, this is clearly fucking shit. Let's just put effort into the other one. So hopefully that's what they did, and I hope it's good. But I'm gonna hold all opinions of excitement until the game is out and people have like actually reviewed it in its entirety, especially in this day and age of video gaming. Is that everything for you, brother?
yeah, I
Okay,
said
sweet.
good.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did do that. Okay, everyone. All right. 3, 2, 1. Sky, what have you been watching? That was one of the better ones.
Okay, I did it differently this time. I took
Okay.
Shannon's advice from last week.
Yeah. No, he nailed it because I do wait for Chandler to speak. So if you guys just speak at the same time.
Yeah, we gotta
Like,
somehow
yeah.
like
Yeah,
use
link
our,
it.
like sister or whatever.
I think you're right. If we used like three, like Zach saying it, we hear it at the same time. It makes sense.
Yes, totally. Yeah, nailed it.
Um, I'm caught up on Dan to Dan completely with like the new season coming out too. So I'm now weekly on it. I like
Nice.
it. I
Nice.
think the first season's probably like the season kind of ended in a weird place.
Yeah,
Um,
kinda.
yeah, it was like in the middle of season 2, kind of what it felt like.
Yeah,
Um, so I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but I didn't have to wait, so it really
Yeah.
wasn't that big of a deal. But the like last fight seemed to like drag on a little.
I haven't seen it.
Like it
so-
felt like it should have been over, but it wasn't. But honestly, not that big of a deal. I like the design of the guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't really. Do you? All, are you all caught up? Am
No,
I
I
curious?
haven't.
yeah,
I've only seen season 1. I just know what the evil eye looks like, and I think it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
Debate about
Yeah,
what.
I think.
It's pretty
Is
good.
there
I would
any
definitely
influence
say it's
me?
like it's worth it to watch because the animation is like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is really good.
Children are naked a lot in season 1, though.
Honestly, you said that, and
I think
Like, they
overhyping
definitely
it
are,
is good because then you're gonna be like, oh, it wasn't as bad as what Zach said.
Side nakedness?
Like they're clothed.
No,
but
they're
just,
actually
like,
naked.
underwear.
Are we seeing
No,
that?
no, we're not
No.
seeing the naked. No.
no, they're in. It's definitely way more than you would want.
Ochre Run is
Like, they're
literally
not-
Which is
100.
zero
No, Ochre
records.
Run is 100% naked for like 5 episodes at the end, like
At
completely.
the end,
Yeah.
this season.
When he's in the water in the school, he's just completely
That's
nude.
not the end of the season.
Well, yeah, but that's close
That's
enough.
only like an episode.
Well,
There definitely
there's
is
like
one episode where he's naked, but you don't see it. Like they
No.
hide the camera.
yeah, but that goes
ways
for
where-
multiple episodes.
I only
Was
remember
it?
it being.
I thought
Which
it was
one
at
was
least
just
2.
one or two.
Like it ended
was
with
just
him
one
coming
or
in and
two.
he was naked, and then the entire next episode he was naked for the entire fight against the school lady. It doesn't matter.
I'm
Who
not-
cares? The children are naked. That's my only complaint with the show. It's not
Yeah.
as bad as it could be. It still shouldn't be in the show.
Right.
It was good besides the pedophilia.
Oh, that's fair.
And then mine's honestly not much. Like I'm caught up with One Piece, so I read the last chapter of the manga, and there wasn't one to drop this week. I've read like a chapter or 2 of Kagura Bachi, and it's still pretty good. It's starting to pick up, which
Nice.
is crazy because I didn't think it would. So it's kind of cool to see where it's going, but I'm kind of confused because it's like there's like a big bad, and the big bad has a big bad, and then there's another big bad, and so I'm
Always a
like,
bigger fish.
where
Yeah.
does I'm confused
Where does this
how
end?
this power scaling? No, I'm confused how the power scaling is going to
Hmm.
go.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be
Um,
like
It's not like a traditional like at least from what I understand, it's not a traditional
they're strong.
you know, if I just try my hardest at the beginning of the show, I'm gonna be or at the end of the show, I'm gonna be insanely strong, like compared to myself at the beginning. But I guess maybe it is. I'm not sure yet.
I kind of feel that way
And
with
then I'm
Chainsaw
playing-
Man's power scaling. Sorry, go ahead.
And then I've played some rivals. I've been playing a lot of Dokkan, and I could do an entire video ranting about it right now.
That's fair. I haven't touched
Um,
the game in like a bit.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Um,
Last time I texted you about it was last time I touched it.
what?
Last time I texted you about Dokkan was the last time I touched it.
Oh, yeah. Like you're saying, the last time you were on it is probably the last time I was on it. I was like, I was.
No. Last time I was on it was
definitely-
last time I was on it.
like right before the podcast.
I think I started a link level right beforehand. Let me check.
But I've been playing that. I could rant about it. It's not like I think the game is like bad or anything. I'm just not a fan of what they're doing at the very moment. It's being power scaled way too
Yeah.
quickly.
That's I just
Yeah.
I didn't even want to try any of the new events because I was like, there's no point. I don't want
All
to.
of them die.
Yeah.
All of them die to everything.
The
Like
game is just
the-
really boring right now.
If you play, actually, I don't think it's boring. It's just
Really?
very agitating.
Well, that's
Because-
why it's boring. Is because I don't want to play any of those things, and if a game doesn't make me want to play it, then I think that's boring.
Well, I want to play because I want to win. I'm tired of
Oh.
not winning, and I'm
Well,
like,
I just think it's stupid.
and it's not like, oh, it's too hard or it's too hard. I'm not instantly winning my first try, so it's dumb. It's dumb because even if you do spend however many dollars if you need to get the new cards, they aren't going to help you win. Like, it's just like if you get lucky.
Yeah,
And I don't like
I don't like it at all.
I don't
It's
like getting lucky to win.
boring.
I like strategy and building up and then matching everything and then getting it to work. But it's like I could have the perfect run, but if this one person doesn't do what they need to, I die and then I have to reset.
You
So
can
I'm
sit
not
there
good
for
that.
like 6 hours in an event.
Well, you can't because you only get 6 tries a day.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. That's crazy. Then what's the point?
Yep.
It fucking sucks.
Well, I get 6 tries. You only get 5. I get 6 because of the power level.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I can,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing this game for?
Around 11 years.
A long time.
That's impressive to me. I'm surprised that you haven't said the word boring earlier.
That is, I did think about that. I did think about that last week, and I was like, that's fine. I think getting the amount of go out of this game is okay. Like, everything is going to die off eventually, so I didn't ever think I was going to play Dokkan forever. So, like, it's whatever. I have many a memory.
It's actually my precious game. I don't think I can ever drop it. It's like beyond addiction at this point. It's either like it might outlive me, but
All right.
yeah, it's crazy.
Love that for you, bro.
I genuinely play it so much, and I've been playing it more because I can't win.
Yeah, and he has 2 accounts now.
I do.
Got a Smurf account. Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, because I thought it would be really fun to build up, but it's actually the worst time ever to try and build up an account because of the stuff is so hard that you can't win even with the new card.
Is it a free to play account? You trying to do that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Extra hard.
Yeah, it's even more insane. But yeah, I think that's oh, I watched a new episode of South Park because another one dropped. It's
Yeah, the way they killed crypto.
no,
I didn't know
they
that
killed
was a
lot
real
of dogs.
thing.
Really?
They killed
Like-
like 8 dogs.
That's crazy.
In that episode.
Not killing crypto, but like that she actually did that.
Yeah, wild.
Like, and it's not even like an accusation. She said
Yeah, she
did
was like,
that.
I just did it.
Sorry, that's I don't think that's getting political. It's just
No, that's just
South
that
Park.
you're just
Like,
well, you're just
what the
saying what
fuck?
she said. She objectively did kill the dog.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have one that I think you'll like. There was a Shane Gillis like comedy special I found on Netflix, and I watched it, and it was funny, and I liked
It was
it.
funny.
Comedy special or like actual TV series?
It was called Beautiful Dogs or something. Shane Gillis.
Oh,
Beautiful
yeah.
Dogs
Yeah,
from
no,
like
I like that.
2023. Yeah.
I think Shane Gillis is hilarious. You should watch Tires. If you like that, it's just you want a TV show with a linear plot line that's just Shane Gillis saying dumb shit and being Shane Gillis. Watch Tires.
It's been on my list. I'll get to it.
It's funny.
Yeah, but I forgot about that until I said South Park, and then I remembered
Come on down the sound.
that, and it was pretty funny. I've also had the absolute worst luck with this apartment in the last like week, but
It's
my
always you,
problem's
bro.
supposed to be getting fixed, and I'm not going to say what it is until it's fixed. I don't want to jinx it, so
Valid?
Can we guess what it is?
hoping it's
No,
fixed by
bro.
tomorrow.
All right, if we're guessing what it
No,
is,
we're
we're
not
doing it
messing with
after the fucking podcast, okay?
Yeah, tune for next week. Hopefully I'll say it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That works. Yeah. If you're curious, comment down below. What do you think in Skylar's apartment is broken this time?
Yeah, comment down below, and I'll give you a thumbs up if you're either right or I think you're close.
Skylar, do you just want to transition
So-
from that one since you're kind of talking about it already?
Yeah, we're watching.
Naked Gun? The Naked Gun?
Is that
Yeah, the
actually
Naked
what it's
Gun.
called?
Yeah, it's called the Naked Gun.
Okay, yeah, we're watching Naked Gun next week. So if you stuck around this far, make sure to watch Naked Gun so you can react and let us know what you think down below. Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yep. Any other quarrels before I get going with this one?
Why are we watching Naked Gun?
Because the other one came
Good job,
out.
everyone.
No
I've
other
never
quarrels. Okay. It's a comedy movie. You should like it. All right. We'll see you guys next week with the Naked Gun. We're going to go through all of them. One of them's apparently really bad. I'm excited. All right. We'll see you guys next week. See you.
Bye. Have a great time.